Hello, everyone. We're back.
We're just getting everybody back in, so because of an unfortunate event which involved a drunken stupor. And it wasn't Davan this time.
Hey, it was never me. I was perfectly sober.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I meant the last time too. I was fine. Dave was very drunk.
Yes, Dave was very drunk.
Which Dave?
You.
And I felt bad dropping you off at the ferry. I'm like, is he gonna make it home? He might end up in the water. Like I didn't know. I
wasn't sure either.
Happen.
He's very versatile.
Does he know where he's going?
Yeah, exactly.
So
hopefully people find the new one because we had a couple.
We're live already again.
We are. Yeah, we just started it. So
let's get that bug ship up to an A.
All right,
it's better than the other Gemhead.
I agree. I think that the bug ship.
I disagree with that.
It's so cool looking.
But which of these two other Gemidar ships would you put higher than the other? Like the one like the cruiser or the battleship?
I think the cruiser. If anything's supposed to be an A, it should be the cruiser.
I like the cruiser.
And the bug should be down to B again.
But I'm okay. I think Davan and I like the bug ship more, so we're gonna keep it there.
Puxley, you like the bug ship, right?
Love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
All right. So let's leave our Gemidar ships there. We have one more. We have one more ship from the Dominion to talk about.
Oh,
the Shrike.
So,
I like the Shrike.
Very powerful.
The Shrike is
powerful.
A lot of the designs are a bit much in the newer designs. Like there's a lot.
Welcome back, Norman.
Thanks for joining us. I don't think it's an A tier. I think that the Shrike it was impressive for what it could do, but I don't know. They also
I'm not a fan of the look. I mean, it kind of looks like an insectoid ship.
It kind of looks like the insectoid a bit. Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a Babylon 5 feel for me. But
it does.
It was a very.
I would say that I might want to rank it higher.
Yeah, true. Dave just went S tier with it.
To me, like the Shrike is like even is it? I would put it down with the Cerritos maybe, or down
no, I wouldn't put it that far.
Okay, C. I think we're probably gonna settle on C.
I can live with it a C.
I'd put it at D myself, but C.
No, it's not Cerritos bad.
All right,
Cerritos is prettier, but
there's Maeric.
More
Hello.
functional.
Hello.
We just put the Shrike at a C. Maeric.
The Shrike.
I would lower myself, but I got numbered.
I would have put it lower. I understand why people like it. They think it's so cool looking, but I don't know.
I don't think it's cool looking. I just like that it's impressive.
No, I think it's very powerful. It's also
it is powerful,
and it's also Put it back to a C. I'm not giving up.
You're not giving up on the Shrike?
No.
Okay.
It's a D for me.
C's fine for me.
Okay.
C's the consensus.
All
right. Next ship, the Hirogen hunting vessel.
Oh, this thing is
really
ugly.
No, you skipped one.
The worst.
What did I skip?
You
that's probably
Marauder. F
comes the Ferengi. Okay, right. The Ferengi Decora Marauder.
S tier, and I'll tell you why.
S-tier.
Let me go. Let me explain myself.
S tier. Why?
Let me explain myself. One, Ferengi Marauder can handle the Enterprise D. Two, it's of all the ships on this list, the Ferengi Marauders, because of their they get technologies from so many different species that their ships are completely modular. So you can take a Cardassian piece, plop it in there, throw a Borg piece in there, throw a Starfleet fin in there, and it's not like Chief O'Brien having to keep the Cardassian and Starfleet technology working together 24 hours a day. It'll just work because it's a modular ship, and it's powerful and it looks cool. S tier.
It needs things to make it go.
That's the package.
See, this is another one of those badge class ships that I like to say, where when you flip it, it looks like a comm badge or something. Like in this case, it actually looks like a rebellion logo from Star Wars.
That's true. It does.
So,
it 100% does.
I don't think it's very creative. I would put this as a B. myself.
I think that is
I
a
love that
gorgeous
scene
ship.
where it opens up and all like those
That is
sections
cool, though.
kind of like elaborate themselves
Mhm.
in the first episode where we meet it. Oh man.
Picard says that
It's so intimidating. It does the same thing that the Daredex does. It's terrifying. Like Davan
True.
said,
Yep.
it stands up to the Enterprise D, and like they're scared.
All
of
right,
them.
I'll keep it A.
The real
It's
letdown was the
amazing, man.
Ferengi they met that came out of it.
yeah,
You're right about that.
People
Exactly. That's
inside.
not the ship's fault.
That's not the ship's fault. But,
No.
True.
Even Picard says it's an ingenious design when he first looks at it, right?
Because they're
Ah.
super modular. It's
I love
so
I love
unique
how
and
like
cool.
the warp drive is more circular, not like just nacelles, right?
You know what?
Mhm.
I'm
It's
gonna even
unique.
go a little bit further. I'm gonna go S tier on that.
Yeah,
let's go.
Oh, man.
Ferengi Marauders
Big
are so
fan.
great.
I'm
It
gonna go
is.
S tier based on Maeric and Davan and Pugsley.
I would put it in A, but you know, it's I'm not that far off from a C or an S tier, so
It's a gorgeous
okay.
ship.
it is a good idea. I hate the design, but everything else is
Well,
great about
listen, just to agree with you too, I never before this moment looked at it as a rebellion
a
symbol from Star
rebellion
Wars,
logo.
and I will
Yeah.
never unsee that for the rest of my
Yeah.
life. 'cause
it.
it's
I'm
really
sorry I
good.
ruined that for you.
All right. The Herodian hunting vessel, guys, is our next ship. Where does this fall for you?
The worst.
Whatever.
That
Get
is an
another
F
one into
tier.
your-
That's an
Yeah,
F
Get
tier.
another one into your
F
world
tier.
line.
It's
Sorry, Roman.
We love you,
Yeah.
Worldline.
What is this one?
That
We'll have-
is the
you know what, guys?
Herodian
I
line.
don't know about you guys, but I remember my first drink, and it was
God gets on
You
top of
mean
you, doesn't it?
today or
early.
Fair
Sometimes
enough.
it catches you.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
the Herodian hunting vessel, guys. Do we like this ship?
Solid F.
No.
Solid F tier
Yeah.
ship.
F.
Yeah.
Yep,
F.
agreed.
Everyone
That's
hates
the
this ship.
staple F.
It is
Oh my
literally a vacuum cleaner.
Every time I get one of these in Star Trek Online, I sell it
Yeah.
immediately.
Immediately.
Absolutely. Same here.
Because it's worth nothing in Star Trek Online because it's terrible. So
People
not only
always
But
is
you
it
just
really
don't
bad,
want it in your list. It just
I can get a
it-
million energy credits for this ship.
It
So-
just
which
it
I
just
could get in a
dirties
single
up
tour of the
everything else.
galaxy daily.
All right.
It just dirties
No, but
up every
let me
other
make an
ship on my
argument for
list.
it.
Yeah.
Because even on the inside of that ship, it's terrible. It's covered in junk. It's just
Yeah.
like
Gross.
The
Weird-
consoles are weird
Oh,
spear
yeah.
things.
this turn.
It's not used for anything. They want to
No.
just get close to you with their ship and then board you. Their
Can
ship
it like
do
shroud?
anything-
Can it
They just
cloak
need-
or whatever?
No.
No.
No cloak.
No, this ship sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks.
All right.
It's a
Yeah.
barge.
I was excited to put that one in F.
Okay. Next ship, the Kaplan F-17 Speed
No, that's
Freighter.
abandoned
Good
ship.
point.
Oh,
hands abandoned.
we should have.
The Kaplan
Kaplan?
F-17 Speed Freighter, also known as La Serena.
I'm not a fan.
Oh,
I think it looks bad.
D.
I don't know.
I don't like its interior either.
D at best. Yeah, I don't
D.
either.
I
Yeah.
like its
D.
I like its holographic controls, but that's the best thing about it. Well, that
Yeah.
and having a
It's
good
holodecks.
book on board.
Well, they have holographic
Yeah.
controls, and then you have the all the pop-up ads that you get on it. That's
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
would say-
terrible. Doesn't even have a good pop-up blocker.
no.
No.
I would give it a C if it had better software.
I think it might even be F tier for me.
I could go F
Yeah,
myself.
I could go F. I could go F.
It's
I'll
I'll let you
okay.
have it for F because I
F.
literally don't care at all about that ship.
It's also season
Lit-
one.
it
Picard.
is the
It's the
ship
worst.
in Star Trek that someone literally looked around from the main viewer and said, "But space is so boring."
Yeah, it's almost like they're like, design a ship, make sure it comes from the Gundam universe, and make sure it's painted like and make sure it's
Yeah.
painted like it came from Miami.
Mhm.
That's literally what they did with that ship.
All right.
It
Guys,
And
embodies
it's
what the
basically
show
just a
was doing
loft
at the time.
studio inside.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Actually,
it
we
is.
got to keep moving here.
It just
Kazon.
looks like a gantry
it
on the
is
inside.
also an F as well.
The Kazon,
the
the Kazon Heavy
Kazon.
Raider, starting with that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Another ship that basically wants to come up to you so they
It's
can.
I
a
thought it was
bridge in
I thought it was
space.
impressive back in the Voyager premiere,
Yeah.
like
I
The
don't
big
mind
ones?
the ship
Yeah.
actually.
the big one, the big
The
one.
big one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the big one.
I wouldn't put it F. Maybe D.
All right, I
Yeah.
can live with a D.
It's kind of a hapless brute, though. Really.
It
Mm.
is. Like I don't
Yeah.
love the design of it, but it's kind of distinct.
Well, really,
It's
it's,
better
a
than some.
Trabe heavy raider.
It's a yeah.
It's a Trabe heavy raider.
Oh
They
no,
stole it from
fair.
the Trabe.
He's right. Stolen by the stupid
Yeah.
The Kazon.
the Kazon who are not even worthy of assimilation.
Right. They're not even
Exactly.
worthy.
That
They don't
says
even-
something
the
right
Borg
there.
don't even
But
want
they
this
didn't
shit.
make the
Borg don't
ships.
even
The
want 'em.
Trabe
The
did. and
Borg
they
are like,
probably
you know
were
what?
worthy
Can
of
we go
it.
find a cat planet or something?
That's true. They
Like-
didn't even design this ship on their own. They
No, they
didn't.
Right.
I could,
Okay.
I could go. I like it better than the Shrike, but
Well,
I
so
still
do we.
can't believe the Galler class is a C. That just bugs me. But anyway.
Let's talk about the other Kazon ship, which is the Kazon Small Raider.
Even worse.
Worse.
Yeah.
Worse.
That's an
Worse.
Instapot in space.
That's enough.
Okay,
Well,
guys.
that's bad
Spins a
on
bit,
it,
but
but
they're,
yeah.
All right, that
they
was
are
easy.
still- it's
Guys,
still
we're into
expensive.
Klingon ships.
God.
Jeez.
Starting.
Oh,
Starting. Okay,
Fast.
we got three kinds of bird of prey, starting with the 22nd century bird of prey.
22nd century, I would go A.
A.
oh, A.
B. B.
B.
It's a
really?
skinny weird one.
Tell me why I should vote B.
Well, because we have to compare it to the other ones that are coming. And
All right,
to
bring the
me,
other
that
two
one's
up and
pretty
then we'll-
skinny and weird.
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll move them around.
we got two other birds of prey. One is the Burrell bird of prey.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one's
Just kind of like
The
fantastic.
Burrell's
You
an
can't-
S.
You
The
can't put
Burrell's
the
an S.
Burrell below
least an
the
A.
other.
Burrell definitely has to be higher.
Yeah.
Burrell's higher.
S.
And
then
then
we
we
have
have
third
A.
one.
we also have the Cavort bird of prey, which is basically the exact
No, the
same
Cavort is
Burrell, but
ugly.
it's bigger.
Yeah.
It's like just a bigger version of the Burrell.
So I think the Cavort should be a B. You should move.
No, Quart's
the-
an A. It's just
No.
a.
No, it's
bigger
powerful, but
version
it's
of
I
a
think
Burrell.
I think the Cavort is a is
I think that's a B.
lesser.
You bring up the 22nd generation one, and then
kinda
that's
Mm.
that's
I think I
perfect
agree
where
with
it is.
Jody on that because I think that the 22nd century bird of prey is actually one of the better designs. I like how they've got the nacelles on the top
I
there.
love
Me
it.
too.
I like the
I wish I
turret
could see
gun
them
underneath.
bigger.
And again, for
Uh,
its time,
I could
it's
if I'd
tremendous.
have to take down the image and stuff.
It's
I
not
just
worth
made
it.
my
It's
thing full
already
screen, so it's
10 hours
slightly
above
better.
it.
Yeah, see if I can get a little closer here, but I
Ooh.
wanted to be able to just to see all the tiers. But to me, like this is like I would say the Burrell, then the 22nd century version, and then the Cavort.
I'm with Dave on that.
Okay. Okay.
That A tier
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like a micro machine to me.
Okay, more Klingon ships. We got the D7.
G7's a
Oh, A.
Oh,
I think
no
it's A
way.
A
No
tier.
way.
At
No
least
way.
A.
That's a B at best.
B.
Oh,
Oh, no.
It is
This
such
is-
a dumb
no.
design.
It's fully
No.
nostalgia.
No,
It's
the
fully
D7
nostalgia in this one.
is so
It's
awesome.
a fucking flagpole in space. That's
No.
all it is.
He's
great.
It's got
right.
a huge
It
ass neck.
hurts.
There's no defense on it at all.
It hurts,
is
but
a
he's right.
terrible
It-
ship.
If you showed that to a random person who
B.
didn't have Star Trek history in their blood, they wouldn't love it. It's not
What-
like it's
what's the
immediately.
difference between
You're
Jody's
gonna
a
put that,
friggin'
You're
The
gonna
bird
put
of
that
prey
better
has
than
an
the
actual
22nd
test.
generation, like the 22nd generation one. Like, give me a break. That's a B.
Oh,
I
It's
love
an
it.
A.
It's a
I'll
B.
give it an A. How about
good.
an
An
A?
A. It's an A
they're
design.
just
It's
functionally such
beautiful.
different ships.
They are.
Okay. The Ningfar.
The what?
Klingon
We need
Ningfar.
Puxley eventually, every once in a while, to come in and remind us.
No,
about
we got
like, the
that.
actual
You added this
tactical reasons.
cartel, didn't you?
No, I took it out.
Kapla.
Okay. I
not
didn't even know
canon.
what that was.
Yeah,
Okay.
me
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, the Negvar. Negvar
That's
is
Ning-
a
a
good
way
Ningfar.
cooler looking ship. That's a
Ningfar.
way cooler looking ship.
I don't actually
It's
think it is
massive,
that
it's
cool.
definitely-
I would even go so far as to say that's a C.
You think
Oh,
that's
no.
worse than the
Wow.
Burrell next to that? No
Yep.
way.
Yep.
That's way cooler.
No.
I can live with a B though.
I think it's I think it's mid, but it's kind of like, whoa, look at us with the big dick. You know?
Mid.
Yeah, it's literally
That's-
just
but that's
a
Klingon
it's
all
a-
the way.
It's a
That's all
bulbous
they
version.
do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
The
sort of the
giant
aircraft
space dick
version of
cost-
Klingon birds of prey.
Yeah.
right? Like
It is.
it's the one that says we have the Chancellor on board.
Yeah,
Back up.
way
And the
cooler than the
Regent
two
in
above
the
it.
Mirror universe.
No, I don't think it's cooler.
I don't think it's cooler than like the D7.
No, I don't either.
Tactically, it's a better ship.
Okay. One more-
Again,
yes.
nostalgia,
couple more
I
Klingon
think.
ships, guys. We have the Klingon Raptor.
Raptor, which we saw in Enterprise.
I like
the
Raptor.
That's a sick
Yeah.
ship. I like that ship.
Yeah, I think A
That's
is
A.
a good place for
A
it.
is
It's a good place for
A
it.
is a good place for it. Okay, and the
It's
Vorcha.
just like a variant of a D7, really. But
Yeah.
Guys, we sped up
It's like
a lot through Klingon land here.
Well, if
I-
we do a bunch of them at
There's
once, it goes
consensus
quicker.
because it's so awesome.
One more Klingon ship. I would put the Vorcha as an A tier or S tier. Sorry, I put it Vorcha as
Probably
S tier.
B for me.
I don't know if I would do an
A,
S.
I
I'd put
think A is
Vorcha
going
as
to be a
an A
happy
at least.
compromise.
I
I
think
agree
it's
with-
an A. Yeah,
I agree with Dave on S tier myself.
I love the Vorcha. It's a
class.
gorgeous
Yeah, that's-
design.
that's two
I
versus.
love how it
two.
incorporates
they
like the
took
Federation
problems of
technology on the
Negvar
nacelles.
and
Uh,
thought them through.
That's very
You know?
true about the
So-
Federation nacelles. That's interesting.
Because the
What say you,
Vorcha-
Puxley?
I feel like the trouble for me is that Vorcha and Negvar are a pair, right?
Yeah.
They're mythological brothers, so it's hard for me to separate them too far. But I think the Vorcha is literally what the Negvar lacks. right? Like it's everything that if you look at the two ships together, the Vorcha is adapting and correcting for most of the flaws that you can put the Nagvara to be with. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you think?
So
You
I can
think
say it's a minimum an A for me.
I
I'm
think
perfectly
it's-
happy with it at an A.
I think it's one of the best designs. I love how it shows like the fusion of that Federation Klingon technology based on the Treaty of Alliance. The nacelles are clearly Federation inspired. It's got the deflector in the middle instead of it just being a torpedo tube. Like they got
I'm
a command
guessing-
module and the mission pod on top.
The mission pod.
S
Yeah. I'm
tier.
guessing you don't have too many other like singularly STO ships in here because they did a lot of like hybrid Federation.
We tried to stick.
Klingon
We
stuff.
tried to stick to cannon ships.
Okay.
So,
Oh, what do you mean?
What about S tier? Everyone good with that S
STO's
tier?
canon in my heart.
I'm not. I
Ooh,
wanted
just
to
slipped
say.
up in there. Huh?
I think the A tier was the fair.
I think A is
compromise.
where it
Yeah, I think it's A.
But it's so much better looking than like the Raptor class.
it is much. So the Raptor.
Oh,
maybe
for sure.
if you put the
Like-
Vorcha down here, then the Raptor's got to go down to B too. I think.
I don't agree with that. I think they're fine.
I
I'm
put
with
the
that.
D7 down.
I think they're
and
both
leave
fine
the,
with A.
So do I need to move it or no?
A tier.
Sounds like it.
I think A
Yeah,
tier.
I think it's
But you
good.
got to drop
All
the Raptor down. Like
No,
I
it
think the
doesn't
Raptor
need to
should
go
come
in
down.
there. No, the
Because
Raptor
it's
is great where it was.
Fascinatingly, there's no Federation ship in the S tier so far.
Well, we haven't
I
gotten
just
to
wanna
them
comment
We
yet.
haven't got to
on that.
most
We
of the
haven't got
Federation
to
ships.
all of them though.
We've
Yeah.
been going through alien ships mostly.
I suppose
Yeah.
that's true.
We got
That's
okay.
true.
Okay, just trying to keep pace here. We got the Krenim temporal weapon ship.
Like, I'll tell you why it's an S tier. Well, no, I don't know about the look
It's a
of it.
fucking
Maybe A tier.
tripod.
You just can't
Yeah,
resist
okay.
it.
We'll go A tier, but you can live on it
Listen.
for hundreds of years.
I would.
in
I
comfort.
like this is this. Its presence on this list is dubious because we really only see it in the Year of Hell two-parter.
That's true.
And
That's
yet,
fine.
it's such an iconic two-parter, and that ship
yeah.
has such an impact on the Star Trek franchise as a whole.
That's
Yes,
Yeah.
it belongs in Babylon 5. It's so weird the way that looks. I just think that's very bizarre, but definitely has like such a hit on the series, and it's so cool through that two-parter that it's there.
And
I
talk
don't
about Star Trek Online.
A
It
tier.
is. It's on Star Trek Online. As
I'm
well.
with Norm
It
here.
is.
Norman.
know. It was
What
so
Norm
rare
say?
and expensive in STO
I
too.
can't
Yeah,
believe you're
I
gonna
call
put
it
a fucking tripod in an S tier. All right.
But it's just,
Just-
so
just based on
massively
looks?
OP, right? Like it can
Yeah,
literally
it is.
Power wise, yeah,
reshape
totally.
space time
It can
in
remove
what
you
kind of
remove
local
space-time
area,
confusion.
like a quadrant area almost.
It's the most powerful ship on this list by far.
Easy.
That's
absolutely.
100% true.
Yeah.
100%
All right,
true.
I'll live with you.
All right. Now here's a ship
Did we
that
just S it?
Davin really had
I'll
to
S it,
push
that's
for
fine.
this
We're
inclusion
S-ing
of
it.
this
You
ship.
got to put her up to S.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
My kind of people.
The
Cousin
Malon
Dave?
escort vessel.
Oh, okay. Well, let me talk about the Malon escort vessel. It is my most hated ship because it's an environmental terrorist ship, basically.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Voyager was no match for even one of them as far as firepower goes.
True.
So they're incredibly powerful, and they're not even trying to be a battleship. It's a friggin' junk freighter.
Garbage
But it's
scow.
so toxic.
The
that
garbage
it's actually
scow, yeah.
scary.
C tier.
So,
Yeah.
So,
it's,
but
it's
that's the bad design. It's murdering the people inside, so it can't be rated too high.
I think
it's
it's
very
C
powerful.
tier.
It's
It-
just
I think
smoggy
it's like a
spaceship.
D or even an F tier, but like
No,
C.
it can't be F tier. It's too powerful.
It's very
C.
powerful.
it is powerful.
It's very powerful
Well, I
and
can
very
see that-
unique.
It's
Another
the most,
ship.
It's the most powerful
It is
not
unique.
battleship on the list. Like
It's very unique in terms of Star Trek,
Mhm.
period, and it also does another really good job of sort of conveying the race in which it inhabits it. You know, it's
D
just
tier
such
for
a
the
fascinating
Malon.
thing.
C. I say C.
Well, and I, can
I say
see in
C.
that,
I say C.
Again,
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
was going to
say
say
C as
it
well.
really evokes that purpose so well.
Yes, it does.
It
100%.
does.
And they're
Like, it's
doing
leaking.
the
Multiple
job
episodes.
incredibly poorly, which I think we have to add, right? Because that Malon ship leaks like crazy.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
does. It's badly designed.
It's
So
just
it's
smoggy
actually,
in
like-
space.
Mhm.
They're doing
I
the
think-
job of getting rid of their garbage well, but they're not doing the job of hauling the garbage.
but space isn't
No.
California. We're not worried about emissions or anything. Like this is.
I am.
What
I'm
could
not.
possibly go wrong?
Did you not know that high warp is ripping a hole
I
in the
don't care.
space of? Well, I care.
That's a
That's good.
conspiracy.
Well
That's a
done.
conspiracy.
It is a conspiracy.
Where are we
100%
settling? Where
conspiracy.
are we
We'll
settling
put a
on
beacon
now?
Galaxy
down
is
and we'll limit
flat.
we'll
Space
limit
time's
to
not
warp
real.
3. Let's move on.
All right. Next ship is the Maquis fighter.
Okay, I have
That's
a
the
love
Peregrine
hate for this thing.
fighter.
Oh
Also known as
yeah.
the Peregrine fighter. Yes.
Yeah, I have a love hate for this because I actually like the design of it, but it doesn't belong in Star Trek. It's
You're absolutely right.
it's a beautiful ship, but it does not need to be here. It should be in like Firefly or something.
I agree
Yeah.
I
with that.
prefer the
Yes.
Raider
I
myself.
could understand
The Raider is a better ship, yeah.
But
I could
it
go
almost.
F on the.
Like
Oh,
I think that
disagree.
this is.
I'm fine with it at a C.
It
It's
actually
not very powerful, though.
represents.
No, I think it's.
No,
I
it's a
think
fighter.
It's a
It
fighter, but
represents something we never saw before. It's a Federation fighter ship. It literally embodies it
Yeah.
by itself. Like that
That's
whole
true.
role is only
Belongs
this.
with the Bajoran Interceptor.
You know,
It
we
belong,
do
I think it does belong with the Bajoran.
We do see a number of Peregrines during
Yeah.
the Dominion War fleet scenes as well in
Yes, we do.
DS9.
See, I put that with the
So it has an interesting role, right? Like
It
it's got a
Does.
yeah.
it's got a
Mhm.
cool place.
I
not
actually
But
like
it's
it.
not
I
a
put it
super
Yeah, maybe
important,
it is
super
better than the
powerful, or
Bajoran
super evocative
Interceptor.
ship.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right, but only if it's
Lucky-
in like a squadron.
I'm
You
okay
need a
with a
pack
C.
of these, right? So
Yeah.
You need a lot of them to be.
but you have to
effective,
assume that you're going to have that, right? That's its
But
function.
This is
like,
a-
this is
This
what,
one's up there with the Delta Flyer for me. Like it's.
but like this
What?
is what makes
Yeah.
those all
Come
those
on.
weird
In
like
epicness, you mean?
hold on, we'll get to
oh
the
no,
Delta
not
Flyer.
epicness.
good dash
Oh,
things.
no.
Are you
The
saying
Delta
Puxley?
Flyer is stupid.
I love
Oh
that
no, I'm
Delta
saying
Flyer
like
is the
this
best.
sort of thing that
It's a
the fighter is
fancy
what makes
Captain
like
Yacht.
the Pelican class,
Mm.
right? Like all of those kit bash classes they were doing for those DS9 fleet scenes makes sense, right?
Mhm.
You think about having, you know, 40 or 50 of these on board a ship that's going to like launch them out of that big stupid bill out the front of a Hawk bill or whatever it is, Pelican class
Battlestar.
ship. Which is the most ludicrous ship. It's not even on this list, but it is
No,
the
it's
most
not.
ludicrous ship in Star Trek.
Yeah.
But like those things could, in the Star Trek setting where shuttlecraft and things are your main things, like those could turn the tide of a battle happily.
Well, let's talk about another ship
Nobody
that's kind of
thinks
in the
they
same
are.
vein here. We got the Maquis Raider.
The Jean
Oh,
Valjean?
yeah,
The Raider,
Yes.
I think,
Love
deserves to
this
be
ship.
higher,
Love this ship.
Raiders
Yeah,
super.
100%.
Yeah, I like the Raider a lot.
but I
The
think
Raider's
B
awesome.
is about as far as I would take it.
Let's
Yeah,
take it a B then. Let's.
It's
I like
go.
it.
Like
I like an A
Chakotay
for
did
it
fly it
personally,
into
but
a
I'll take a B.
Kazon ship, you know, so because Voyager was better. So
Yeah, but it's still pretty rinky dink.
yeah.
It's awesome in STO.
It is actually good in STO.
The giant space tornadoes, man. They're
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. 'cause you
Next
can create
up,
that battle
Pack-led
engine.
Clump Ship.
Oh,
The Packlet
Packlet
Clump ship.
ship.
Yes. I have. So this is Oculus.
All right, let's
Okay,
go back.
so
Let's
somebody
hold on. I'm going to try to wrangle this formula again because we're going way off the rails. We haven't even been doing that.
Red alarm! Red alarm!
Red alarm!
Puxley or I will throw to somebody for opening statements on each ship. So we have some amount of
Oh!
organization and a little less
Lord.
talking over each other.
Oh my god!
So for opening statements on the Clump ship, I am going to Cousin Dave.
Okay. The Clump ship is exactly what it sounds like. It's almost like an amalgamation of Borg technology. It's very imposing. It's very powerful. We see how much it, like a few of those could take on like the Cerritos, you know, in the battle that they're very harvesting. I think it's a C tier. I put it with the Malon and those.
It depends on what they've clumped.
Yeah.
Like
these,
they could have good clumps or bad clumps.
It could be, yeah, they could have good clumps or bad clumps, but in general, I think that they've given the Packlids more teeth, right, with this ship,
Oh yeah,
and they've made them a more imposing foe. So
and it's
I
very
think
They
funny.
are strong.
And a great
We're
way to
strong.
turn them into a good enemy, right?
We
A
are
good
smart.
villain.
you know.
We look for
So where
things.
She went for C there, did you? That works. for me.
I think it belongs here with like this Jemadar ship and like, you know, the Shrike and that kind of stuff. Like it's imposing and powerful, but you know, like that's about
like the Dreadnought.
I can
Like
live
the
with it
like the
being a
tactical
C.
cube.
The only thing that bothers me about it is that literally the Packlids love Galaga. Like it's like that's what it looks like to me. It just looks like something out of a video game.
yeah.
Now I like it more.
It,
I love
it feels
Galaga.
kind of
Things that
appropriate
make
for
us
Packlet
go.
stuff.
Things that make us
Like they
go.
would pick the dumbest, most out of.
We tricked you, Janeway.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We tricked you,
Janeway. We never wanted
Dum Dum was a spy.
was a spy. What did you learn, spy?
I actually watched that today. That episode.
And they are the perfect
Where's
villain
Douche?
for lower decks. Let's just Let's just
All
put that on the table.
Yeah,
we also have
that I
the
agree.
Pack-led Mondor class.
All right, Puxley, who's taking this one?
Oh my god. Okay, so we could call this the Pack-led Mondor class. We could call this the Outrageous Akana's ship. We could call this a whole number of things. Because this model, I mean, minus the red paint, gets used for a billion things. Let's just go straight down the line. And straight down the line for me is Jaemeel. What do you got for this one?
I hate how it looks. So I'm not going to bring much to this particular this model. So I'm going to already rate it low. I need someone to convince me otherwise as to why I should just have it an F tier.
What ship is that?
The
is the Mondor
Pack-led
class.
Mondor
It's
type.
every
Yeah,
ship.
Pac-Lo Mondor.
Oh,
I
If you've
can't
seen
give you any
Starship,
reasonable
you've seen
argument
this
to
ship.
bring
There's
it
no
higher.
reason to call this ship cool. at
It's
any
literally a
level.
phaser.
No.
I think this is an
Yeah.
easy F tier.
Easy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Fine with that. Yep.
It's
Okay.
like the problem is it's like the Dodge Reliant K of the Star Trek universe, basically.
The Reliance.
Well, it's
great.
the entire thing about
I don't know
Pac-Leds
if it's
is
even
embodied
that
in the other
good.
ship. one's just not.
All right, guys, we got looks like we got 5
The
Romulan
Scimitar.
ships here to get through, but first we have a Riemann
All
ship
right.
actually, the Riemann Scimitar.
I like
What?
the scimitar.
I
Ooh, it's
don't like
brutal.
the look of it.
I
don't
love
like
the
how it's-
scimitar. It's
Like,
just
I
so
actually-
menacing.
I actually
Yeah.
thought my hero click of the scimitar was broken because the front of it just looks broken off. It looks
It
terrible.
does look broken though. Yeah.
But it is everything it's supposed to be. It's
Yeah.
even designed in a way that
It's
fans
menacing.
out to take advantage of that bird of prey
it
sort
can
of
do
vibe.
into the like the eight level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing is dope, dude. Like it's meant to be that. It's supposed to be so cool. And it's
Picard
just
was
kind of
even scared of this thing.
Like
Yeah.
I would put this in the same category as like the dreadnought and
Me
even
too.
the clump ship. I think it's a C.
Yeah.
Like you know,
Oh,
it's
I
powerful,
think it
but
needs to be higher.
I find it sort
it's
of
got to be an A.
it's gotta be an A.
Oh my god!
Everything up that's on there that's in the A, and I feel so weird.
You know
putting
what?
that
I'm
below
with
that.
Maeric on this. It needs to be
just
an
feels
A.
so
It is
weird.
menacing. It's powerful. It's
Everything it's
it's
supposed to be.
everything you want in an enemy ship.
It's a B at best, I think.
Even the
Does
inside
it
Puxley
is
and
not
Jaemeel.
require
fucking
Data's
creepy.
life to destroy it?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Good points given, and I could absolutely understand exactly why one would have it an A. The B, the highest, Dave, that you provided, I don't think you've given enough of a reason why it can't be an A.
Well, okay, we only
Because
see
it's
one of
ugly.
them. I think it's an example of like we're just gonna like I get that you do want these ships to be intimidating and imposing, but how many times can you play that trick? And in an Nemesis,
Exactly.
when they're like it's a predator, and I'm like whatever, like you know, it's just.
But it is a predator. It's got wings that reach for you. It's got a menacing face on it. It turns into something even more menacing.
It had a whole movie made about how scary the thing was. I mean, it
Yeah.
literally was exactly.
It
that.
does have
It's like
scorpion
half
attack
the
fighters.
ship of a Vorcha class. It's half the ship of a Vorcha.
It-
You mean in size?
Hmm.
Certainly
Like-
not in intimidation or coolness.
Like, and we see like
Yeah.
some of the newer warbirds in Star Trek Online are modeled after it. You know,
That's very
Yeah.
Not canon. Not canon.
canon, but you know, it's a popular design.
Popular
Um,
design.
So
I'm staying with it.
It's got to be an A for me. I don't know.
okay,
C for me.
A. No one has given me a reason why. So A.
A. Oh, shoot.
All right.
All right.
All right, we'll come back to that.
Predator.
Okay.
Can you just move the Vorcha at least to the front of the A's?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think that's fair.
My God, you're
We undid
petty.
it.
It's an A
Love
plus.
these small consolations. In
Okay,
the, middle
the
of
the Romulan original bird of prey.
Oh
from-
God, this thing is so ugly.
I love
I
this ship.
hate this
this.
thing.
I love this ship
Got
so
the
much.
bird
love
on
it
the
too.
bottom.
So
You know?
nostalgia side,
This
I
is
put
this
it pretty
is the
low.
nostalgia glasses on this one for sure.
This
Oh,
ship
but
is
like-
this is a great design, guys. Like
Why?
It's a grapevine.
it's flat, it's simple, it's got the
Flat
the
and
nacelles
simple.
to the side. It's got the huge torpedoes that can like
Mhm.
blow up things, right?
the
Plasma
crazy part
torpedo.
of the thing is-
torpedoes. It's got the
And, you
cloaking
know-
device. It gave us one
I
of the
think
best
it's
episodes
gorgeous.
ever with the balance
Yeah,
of
I think
terror,
it's-
right?
This is
One of the
every
best.
bit
Balance
the
Terror
same
is a
level.
good episode. but-
It's
I
the
think
same
job's
nostalgia
great.
as the D7.
I
100%.
love. I think
No,
it's
no.
It's
'Cause-
an
Oh,
A.
I don't know if I'd go that high.
If
I can live with it at
if
a
I
D.
can argue for this for a moment,
Yeah.
Balance of Terror has to be one of my favorite episodes. You've probably
episode.
already
100%.
all heard
Yep.
me go on about this at length before. But this ship in particular is just such a beautiful evocation of who the Romulans are and who Romulan captain or commander in that episode is, because
Commander.
the ship is a one-way trip.
Mhm.
Once they've made that initial warp jump out, they can't get back to Romulus.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That was a big part of
Right?
that episode, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll never get home.
Which
Their
is a
coming
flaw.
on this ship
Yeah.
is a recipe for their death. They are the 300 Spartans heading out to Thermopylae, right? That for me is the beauty of this ship. The whole conceit of the vessel is you're out here to make such a glorious end of it that no one will ever tremblingly come near the Romulan Empire again. It's a brilliant.
Is that why they
brilliant
drew
conceit
the
for ship,
Billy
even
Bird
though
on the bottom of it?
in
It's a
some
bird
ways
of
it's
prey.
stupid.
That,
Yeah.
Such a
when I-
romantic explanation. I got to rank it high. I'm sorry.
I actually
You
like it for
convinced
all
me.
those same reasons. I just think that the dichotomy between Bird of Prey and Warbird was always goofy, and then drawing the picture of the Warbird
Yeah.
underneath of it.
Picture of the bird
so
is the bigger
silly.
problem for me.
Maybe the picture of the tattoo on the bottom could be could work with the Romulans back then, but going forward to the Romulans that we know to this day, it just seems so silly that they would draw that on there. I don't know. That's the one.
Yeah,
part
but
I don't like.
the scimitar is the construction version of that silliness. Just let's, rather than give a stupid paint job, let's just build stupid shit all over it.
Well, I like the paint job.
That ship is cool.
I think that the Romulan bird of prey is one of the greatest ships ever designed.
Me
It's
too.
so simple. I love the bird image on it.
Pugsley almost brought me up to the A, but I'm still on the B because I
A.
look at that as a flaw.
I
Beef
say
in
A.
there. Beef.
Hey.
Okay, just say
Pugsley
more
got
about how
me.
this is a flaw, though. I'm interested.
How it's a flaw? It's
Yeah.
it's the exact equivalent to wasting a whole bunch of airplanes to fly into fucking carriers and shit in World War II.
Sure.
You know what? It was effective, but what did it do? It got them a fucking atom bomb twice. That's what ended up happening with that. So you know what?
Oh,
yes,
that thing was
it's
gonna happen
romantic
nonetheless,
as
but that's a
hell
different historical
that
problem.
it's literally a suicide run with those things, but
No,
I
you're
mean-
yeah.
but
It absolutely
don't
has
get
to be
me
a
don't get me
suicide run.
wrong. I think you've made a very excellent argument, but I actually look at that as a flaw.
I argue that it is a
Okay.
very
Good
point,
romantic
though,
thing, actually. And Mark Leonard played that role so well, and that episode was so
100%.
iconic. It's hard to.
But the
downplay
episode is
that
not
stuff.
what we're rating here.
No,
Yes,
it's
it
we're
is.
talking about the
A.
ship itself. So
I'm
But-
still B.
I'm
I
still
I can't quite tell what the consensus is. So Davan, make the call.
A. It's
It's a B plus.
We've got
Solid
3
B
A's
plus.
and 3 B's, so I'm pulling rank today.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
The Romulan drone ship from
Drone
Enterprise.
Powerful as hell, but
Powerful.
It's
Ugly
it's
as hell.
Cool,
I think
Oh,
but it's
cool.
contingent on having an Enar to run it. Why don't
Right.
Jody? Why don't you make the case for the prototype?
Well, I think it's a powerful ship. I would probably put it exactly where it is right now. I think a B is a good tier because, yes, it does rely on essentially a type of pilot, which is always a flaw. You should be able to train anybody to use it, but in reality, you can't in this type of
You
thing.
like a water bear?
Exactly. That'd be cool actually. But I think from a functional viewpoint, I think it's fantastic, but it is also very flawed because of the fact that nobody can just take it over. If that Enar dies, you're done. It's completely useless at that point. So that's
That
why it's
Enar
at a
did
B.
die.
What's
they-
that?
That Enar did die, and they were
He
done.
did die, and then it ended up being useless.
because they killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and on top of that, you had two guys from the Enterprise on their bloody ship half the day, and nobody could even tell that was happening. So it definitely has some functional flaws. But I think power gets it to a B. But its
Uniqueness,
flaws
too.
keeps it at a B.
It's
And I think
unique.
that's
It's very powerful. It can
is
move
very
very
unique.
quickly.
Yep.
It's ugly as hell. So where does that?
Yeah.
Where do you net
I
out?
still think
Yeah.
it's a B.
And it's a ship, but it's also a drone. So I don't know
It is
how
a
we want-
drone.
I
It
would
has to be
go. I'd
right.
go C or D, just because the pilot flaw alone.
It's an A or a B for me. I think it's one of the coolest looking, most unique, and very awesome idea ships that
It's
I've come
completely
across.
awesome.
What if that
Yeah.
Enar
Oh,
has
it's
a
a
heart
great-
attack, Maeric?
I mean,
What-
maybe
What
true.
if that Enar
but
has a
outside
heart
Yeah,
of
but that can
criteria,
happen.
it
That
ticks
can
all
happen
the
with
boxes.
Yeah,
anybody.
there's a variety of ships that are reliant on specific situations.
That's true.
So if you're gonna punish this one, you might
Which
as well do
one?
one on the
Name one
list.
other ship that needs a single pilot to pilot it that can't be replaced.
Discovery.
Sail ship.
Our F tier Discovery.
Discovery. So maybe it should be
which
down
is
there with
why
F
it's
tier.
F tier as well. Yeah,
I'm gonna stay
it's
with
more
B.
unique. It's got to be C or D. It's got to be. It's too.
You
I,
know,
think, I feel like
before
it's
we
a. I think
proceed-
it's a C. Like I don't think people really know this ship, and so
All right,
it's,
let's
That's
go
true.
C with that.
Just before we proceed any further,
Yep.
I'd just like to comment. I think if you look from left to right, we're currently arranged in order of facial hair length.
progression of beards.
I'm not
The
used
only
to
the
one
only
at the bottom.
controversial moment is Dave and Jaemeel here, I think.
Yeah, that's tough.
I just trimmed it today, so I don't know.
So my problem is that I'm probably older than most of the people on this panel, and this is all white hair. So it looks like I don't have a
Ah.
lot, but it's all white here. So,
See, I
Oh,
just
I
give
see
the
it now.
appearance of being older than everyone.
but
on
I
this
think
panel.
Davan still wins the facial hair.
Well, look, you
Both
guys,
can
you
grow.
guys keep at it, and one day maybe you can be on my level.
Never.
It'll never happen.
This is
You know what?
Know it.
I
This is
tried for
Max.
hippie, but it didn't work.
Do we have another?
Ooh.
So did I.
another-
Oh, don't call down.
Oh,
we're
it
ready
worked.
for our next
It
ship.
also didn't work.
Our next ship is the Narada, the Romulan mining vessel from Star Trek
What?
2009.
You
Oh,
you skipped the Romulan scout on my
We're
list.
going
I
in
guess I had it in
alphabetical
wrong
order. So
Oh,
We're not doing the scout
Narada.
yet.
not,
Oh,
not yet.
that's
no,
a
it's
D for
that's
me.
Where does the Narada rank for you guys?
That's a
Well,
D.
pick someone, Puxley. Pick someone, or you pick yourself. even if you
Well,
want.
I think we're now at Maeric.
I am so conflicted, and I hate this ship for its inconsistencies. It comes
Yep.
out looking so cool, badass, menacing, spiky. It was so not Romulan, and most importantly, not mining ship. It literally makes. He's like, in my century, this is what all mining ships look like. You're like, what? Give me a
What?
Absolutely no sense.
Nostromo would be better.
Yeah, it was trying for the same effect that the scimitar gets, and then just doesn't back it up in universe at all. It makes it's just I want to like it because it's cool, but it doesn't stand up on those legs. So I have to give it something lower, C or a D.
I'm
Pick
D.
one.
I agree with you. This
D.
this
I'm gonna go
suffers
D.
from the J.J.
D.
Abrams effect.
D.
Yeah,
I might even.
Yeah.
I would go F
D.
even, but
F, I
I'm
would
not
go
F.
F.
D is
No, I'm
fine.
not going F. D's.
Also,
D's.
who
Also-
designed the inside of the ship? Who's hopping down giant flights of?
Yeah, like he's hopping over.
It's ridiculous.
I have
Slow
to
motion.
confess-
Slow motion jumps.
It's as practical as the Cerritos when it comes to getting to the engine room.
And what happened in the movie? Like the ship
D for
got
dead.
like so the Kelvin flies
D
into
for
it,
dead.
and then
There
it
you
gets
go.
disabled, and then
Yeah.
it hangs around for like 25 years while Kirk grows up.
Correct.
And then,
Yeah.
um,
It was waiting.
And somehow doesn't bump into anyone.
Yeah. Well,
So-
Nothing
deleted
happens
scenes. Deleted
Yeah, there is
scenes.
a deleted scene where
Yeah.
they do
Yeah,
that.
there's
Let's
deleted
just
scenes.
delete those movies.
Oh, I wouldn't go
Stop
that
it.
far.
Right?
I wouldn't go that
Stop
far.
it.
I like the.
I'm
Calvin
ready for the Romulan Scout now, Davan. Where do you want to put this?
All right, Romulan Scout,
All
the
right.
RIS Talvath, the RIS Vo. I like the Scout actually, but I'm a big Romulan guy. I'd put all
I like the
Romulan
episode.
ships at least in A.
Yeah.
But A or B.
Are you sure you
Uh,
just
A.
don't like green?
This
I
showed
love
up in one of
green,
the
too.
technical manuals I had at one point as a kid, so I am absolutely in love with this ship as a shuttle / warp capable small craft.
I just like Admiral Jarok.
Yep.
Oh, he's great.
Aladar Jarok. He's great.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
anybody remember? And I know I keep saying this, but does anybody remember in the '80s where you had those ships that you could point at the TV and you could shoot?
Oh
it?
yeah,
I can't remember the name of it, but like you play a VHS tape and then you could
Star
shoot it, like,
The
something.
Captain Power kind of
Captain
thing.
Power did
Power.
that.
That's
Captain
it.
Power.
Oh, okay. I
That's-
just pulled
That's what that
okay.
ship always reminds me of every time I see it. But
Okay.
it's
Our
Canadian
words
thing.
in
with
pen.
And the Warriors of the Future. or
And
whatever.
it wasn't just the 80s. They also showed in the 90s on YTV.
did they shoot it on the '90s? Oh,
Okay,
They
it's got to be a Canadian
What is
thing
that?
though, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
It
I
is,
still love
yeah.
Captain
that.
Power. That had J. Michael Straczynski wrote that series partly.
You're kidding me.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. He worked on that
Wow.
before Babylon 5.
no
Soldiers of the Future.
Yeah. Oh, Judge
So-
Dredd.
So what you're saying
Yeah.
is he went downhill.
Oh, he wasn't a judge. Lord Dredd.
No, he was just Straczynskiing. It's like it's always hit or miss with Straczynski.
That's true.
Where do you want to put the I think the Romulan Scout is a really cool.
I
or
think
B.
B
craft.
is a good place for it.
B's okay. We're
personally.
putting B.
He's fine.
One more Romulan ship is the Romulan Valdor.
Oh, this thing's terrible. It looks like
Hate
a
it.
Hey,
Hate that
weird
ship.
praying mantis.
It's hard to
Yeah.
hit from the front. It is a kind of a sleek design.
It is
Sleek.
sleek. Yeah.
I don't like the look of it.
I'd
But
put it
it's
in
got
A.
a fat ass on it though.
I can see how it's
What's
the
wrong with
evolution
that?
of the
Like you get behind that ship, you can hit it like with everything you can.
I have a
Ooh,
hard.
yeah.
I would have a hard time putting it any higher than B. I think this ship.
Yeah, I think B
although
is okay.
I don't
It
hate
seems
it.
to want to be a Klingon ship.
But
don't
but
know.
I will
Yeah.
say though, now that that's where it is on a B, I'm thinking the other one might need to be an A.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
let's put the Scout up to an
either
A.
the Valdor has to
Scout
come down to
A.
C, or the Scout's got to go up to A. Which
Scout
I
I
think
up
the
to A.
Scout has to go
Scout up
to
to
A.
A.
The Scout's
Yeah.
just a brilliantly designed
would've gone
ship
the other
for its
way.
purpose.
It's so.
Really
I
is.
love the hull. I love everything about it.
Yep.
Actually, when I look at it,
It's
so
great.
Absolutely.
it's gorgeous.
a
There's
green
poor
pickup.
Maeric over here.
Right.
He's just like, guys, come on, I want to
I
down.
don't like it. I also see it in STO all the time, so like I see it on like the angles, and
Yeah.
I've never liked that ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a
STO
fan of the design,
Well,
but I
in
like
your
the
mind.
concept of it.
Point.
In the best way. STO is amazing.
All right,
I love
species
that
8472
Oh.
bioship. Now,
Species
technically-
8472 bioship. Yeah.
Talk
Technically-
about Babylon 5.
Yeah, you're not
Technically,
thinking
there
about
are
that, man.
two
Holy
Here come the
types
Vorlons.
of
Wait a
bioship.
second. Are we
Technically.
playing Star Trek or are we playing something else here?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
literally
Right.
reminds me of a
So-
Vorlon vessel.
It's just like a Vorlon ship.
Well, I'm going to throw it to you in a second there, Cousin Dave, since it's like a Vorlon ship. But I will say there's actually two types of bioships. There's the bioship Alpha, which is the one they all shoot into, that it concentrates the beam.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
there's actually two types
So
of
the peripheral
bioships.
ships are
But they're-
actually different ships from the center one? Is that what
They
you're saying?
are.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Today I learned.
But
So
but they
now
look
we're
the
looking
same.
at an alpha here,
Um,
though, right?
well, they look
I-
the same. It's just
They look the
the
same.
paint
You're
job is
saying-
slightly
It's
different.
different purposes.
They're
Okay.
different
Because-
purposes.
Because they're
You know
kind of
what?
like life forms, right? Like the ships are alive.
This
They are,
is
yeah.
this is down
Yes.
with Nero's ship, in my opinion.
Oh no, it's cool. Like it's a
No,
bio
because
ship.
of the-
That's
yeah.
cool.
What was
It's the
interesting about
opposite.
this one was I mentioned it to Jane, this ship, and Jane's not a ship person, but she had no idea what the species 8472 ship even looked like. She had no concept of it. So I don't think it's very memorable.
I would
Um,
argue that it's
no.
the opposite of the Nero ship because it looks really stupid rather than the Nero ship trying to look cool and then being stupid. This ship looks stupid and is really
It's
cool.
cool.
Like
Yeah,
the whole
it's very
idea
cool.
of the fluidic space, 8472, the way they combine, their threat to the
Bioship.
Borg. You know, like everything about it is awesome except for the actual look of the ship.
I can live with a
Yeah.
C on this.
See, the trouble is that it looks almost like if you change the color on the little springy flanges off the side, it's almost identical to the Krenim time ship.
It is.
This was
yeah.
always my issue with Voyager. It's like they got to a certain point and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, let's
Kinda felt
put it in the
lazy,
ship
yeah.
blender again.
It looks like a lawn dart.
What slanty nose
Yeah.
are we doing this week?
It does look kind of like a lawn dart. you're right.
Okay. So
And
C.
we all know how long
C.
that
I
I
can
think we're
live with
leaving
C.
that in C.
C.
I can live with C.
Yeah.
Okay, we finally made it to the Starfleet ships, guys.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ambassador.
Starting with the Enterprise C, the Ambassador class. Where do you want to put this one? Is it up here with the Nebula?
It's pretty. I like it.
I think it has to be with the Nebula.
I think it's got to be with the
because
Nebula. Yeah.
It's nowhere.
mean,
It's
Narendra
can't be
3
lower than
alone.
the Nebula.
Well, let me say this about the sea. Someone once said, I believe it was William Riker, that fate protects fools, children, and ships named
Ships named
Enterprise.
Enterprise.
Except for the Enterprise C. Fate didn't do
Yeah.
protect shit for the Enterprise C. So it doesn't
Nope.
even follow.
But the
the
Enterprise C
Enterprise-
had a massive effect
Thank you.
on.
I was gonna say maybe
Massive
maybe
effect on
Absolutely.
history.
maybe Fate didn't
Oh, it
protect
does.
Enterprise, but that Enterprise protected all of the Federation by
Agreed.
what it did. So
And
That
I love
Enterprise
Rachel
protected
and the
fate.
Enterprise
Great
C.
episode.
I could even go A on the
I
Enterprise.
could. I wish we
Hey.
saw more of it, or other ambassador class ships, But it is a great like middle ground between the Galaxy class and like sort of the earlier starships, like from the early 24th
Yeah.
century.
don't you feel like
We
the
do see a
Titan?
couple of other ambassador class ships over TNG. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but yeah, I mean, they essentially, as you say, they look like this kind of median place between the late Constitutions and the Galaxy class, right? So they're
The fat one. Which
yeah, I mean,
nobody
just
likes
send
to
them with a
buy.
Nebula
off of
seems
Guidance
reasonable
Wall.
to me, and the Enterprise A
Don't you think
Yeah.
it's sort of like the
or
Titan
Enterprise sort of.
in Picard sort of evokes some ambassador class vibes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit. Like especially with
Yeah.
that deflector and things.
And
like,
the rounded hull. Like it just
Yeah.
gets
Mhm.
that sort of vibe.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna
Yeah,
say.
A
I
or
think we're
B?
gonna leave it in
Leave
B.
it there.
I'm good
Leave
with
it-
I don't think we're strongly, but we like it. Okay.
Mhm.
Then what do we got
Fun
next here? The Excelsior?
Centaur.
No, the Centaur.
Centaur.
The Starfleet. Yeah. So the Centaur class, which is kind of like a variant of the Miranda a little bit, but
this
it's got
one.
the different.
This one's good for your reproductive system because the nacelles are further away. But
yeah,
past that,
exactly.
I don't think it's that great.
No, it's a C for me.
No, otherwise
Yeah.
it's just like a whatever.
It's like the ship in Star
It's
Trek
a whatever.
Resurgence,
Yeah.
which Jaemeel
Mm.
is a fan of.
It's no New
C or
Orleans.
D.
Wait,
I'm
the
gonna say it's
resurgence is a Miranda, no?
or even a D. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
would-
think it's a D.
I think I'm the most sentimental about it, and I say put a D.
Okay. I like the
Wait.
Centaur, but it seems
It's nice. It's when you look at it and compare it to a constellation, it just does not have the same flair.
No.
No.
No,
It almost feels like it's patched away. Like
Speaking of which,
It feels like
It reminds me of the Ares class from the Axon.
Speaking of, let's go to the constellation. Also,
all right, throw the constellation out to somebody, Puxley.
Oh, let's go for Maeric on the constellation. I know you're gonna have a love for this one.
I have a love for it because
I have determined it.
I definitely enjoy the nostalgia here. If I'm trying to look at it more objectively, it never stands out as either super cool or super effective. I can't give it something dramatically high. And
I have
again,
chosen
I would-
wrongly.
No, you probably have. I would have given it a B, but when I look up, and this is what happens when you're so deep into the rankings. When I look at the rest of the Bs, I go, it can't sit there. It has, for me, it has to be a C.
yeah.
I'm with him
You know,
on
like
that.
four nacelles.
Picard said it was always going to fly apart at the seams or whatever.
Yeah, that's his own
The thing I
nostalgia
do
too,
love
right?
about it
It's
is that
to me,
unlike
nostalgia
the
positive.
Miranda-
The only thing I
unlike the
really like
Miranda,
about
it's got a front shuttle bay too, right? So
The
it
front
can
Front shuttle
actually,
bay is
like,
cool.
Yeah.
It's got a very,
very
cool
unique.
tactical function,
Hmm.
but I think you're probably all right in the end.
Again, it would be a
It's
B
not the
if it
strongest
wasn't so
ship of the
populated.
line.
The only downside is it's got double the amount of nacelles to disable. So it's like
So
it's
it can
pretty
still
easy
go
to
to
hit
war.
a nacelle on that ship.
But you only need 2 to go to
You
war.
only
You'd
need
hope it has lots. of
Yeah, but you
redundancy,
do enough
I suppose.
damage to one and you don't have to worry about the rest of them. The damn thing's gonna blow up anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Mm.
but,
It was. It was.
Plus
it was
they're
hard
so
to say,
close. They're so
but-
close to the saucer section that I
they're
don't know.
no more than other designs.
It's
You
pretty
just
close
got all
when you
these
look at it.
gonadial worries.
All right, where
We
are
just
now?
put so many good ships in the B tier, man. I'm looking at that.
Kelvin
thinking,
timeline.
Are we leaving
Yeah.
Constellation in the C tier?
I'm good with it. C.
Yeah.
Constant,
All right,
it's okay.
Kelvin.
It's a sturdy
Lovingly.
little ship, but it's not the best ship
I-
in the line.
I got
Lovingly in C.
the Kelvin version of the Constitution.
Now here's where we
Jaemeel.
go to war. Here's where we go to war.
Oh,
I was waiting for this the
Please
whole
stop
time.
it,
This is where we
Davan.
go to war.
What?
Uh,
Yep, phone to you, Jaemeel.
Nope, you're not throwing it to me. Not. Nope. Nope.
I'll take it.
All right, Jody. Jody will take it.
No, give it to Maeric. I want to hear him.
All right.
Straight up A. I love this ship. At me, bro. I think this is the dopest version of the Constitution that has ever lived. They took away the silly bronze deflector. They turned the red goofy nacelles into this cool blue. They made it bigger, sleeker, cooler. I hate the upgraded version of this. The one that they brought back in the subsequent movie, I couldn't stand it.
Oh,
But
it's too
boggles-
big.
But it boggles my mind, like the hate that this ship gets. I think it is every bit the Constitution improved from top to bottom.
The
I also love
nacelles
the
are too big.
interior.
The nacelles are too bulky.
I just want
Sorry.
just
I
one
was
comment.
making my speech.
Red, goofy nacelles. Those are bizarre collectors, sir.
There's
You're
no
right.
use
It's the
in
Bizarre
collectors.
Collectors.
Well,
And my
the whole,
wife is right here glaring at me because she loves We fight about this on a weekly basis.
So you know what? I don't disagree with Maeric on this. The problem is when I look at all the other stuff that's in the A tier, it's hard for me to say that deserves to be there, but in a way, I think it does. It's a sleek design. It looks great. I remember seeing it the first time in the theater. I was like, wow.
Do you remember the hero shot, dude? The music and you're
the hero
coming into
shot,
that hero
yeah.
shot.
Oh,
Goosebumps.
You know what? I'm okay with it being at an A, quite honestly. And I'm kind of sad that I actually have said that, but you know what? He's not wrong. It looks great. Like
Join the lens flare club, bro.
Yeah, the
Right
lens.
there with that.
You know what? It is
Yeah,
far
lens
too
flares
bright
on
on
the
that
interior.
bridge. The bridge
That
is terrible.
The bridge is an
I
Apple
love
store.
it.
Yeah, the bridge is an
Oh,
Apple
God,
store
the
for
bridge
sure.
You
is-
shouldn't have to wear
it's made
blue
with
light
paper
glasses to
love
be
it.
on the bridge of a friggin' starship.
But
So, like,
I'm
externally, that
prepared.
ship
Though.
looks great.
I have my sunglasses already. I'm
Wait,
ready.
wait.
You're prepared.
Dave,
You're
Dave,
ready
have you
for the
do you have the
Kelvin burst.
Kelvin triple in STO?
I don't have. What does it do?
You pet the triple and it lens flares in front of it. I'm not kidding. It's
I
amazing.
love that game.
That's
It is a
funny.
great game.
I'm good
To
with
me,
that.
like
Yeah.
those Broussard collectors and the nacelles in proportion to the rest of the frame are off for me. But I don't have a lot of like other negatives about the ship other than there's a
B.
brewery in the lower sections.
That's great.
How about
That's
you
a win.
can't
What are you
see
talking about?
when you're on the interior of the ship? You can't see.
Oh, I love it so much. That bridge is so
I
There's
cool.
think your
lights
eyes
everywhere
adjust
for
to the
no
light
reason.
eventually.
Yep.
It's like living
It's
in the
strong
Arctic.
anchor.
You
Eventually,
shouldn't have to.
The truth is, I even like the dreadnought design more. But
That's a tough one for me to
Whoa.
compare to. I think they're about the same for me.
so like
But I'd put them both A. If it were up to
you
me.
put them both A.
would,
Where
I
we
would.
B
B.
B. So we're saying this is is
So-
equal to the original Constitution from the original.
well,
series.
I think we need to
I
take a
would.
vote on this, guys, because
Yeah.
Both the A
Let's
and
vote
the
on this
original
one.
Constitution should be A tier, in my opinion.
But I can,
Alright,
I can
we're gonna
see
go
the
left to right.
argument that if we're going to put the Enterprise A at A tier, the original Enterprise as a refit necessarily needs to sit slightly below. And if this guy's the Kelvin version of that original Enterprise, it seems fair to me because it's not that much cooler than the original Enterprise, except for, and I will grant, the bronze satellite dish.
Oh, that blue is so cool, right? It's just so cool.
It doesn't have the
It is.
bling
That's a
around its
great
neck
blue.
like a gangster, so it already wins on that. And then, you know what, Pugsley, I normally agree with you, but I don't know, man.
A tier, baby.
I think A is where it needs to be. I'm definitely A.
I'm
B.
voting A.
Let's go left to
I-
right.
All right, let's just go left to right. Say your thought.
All right.
B.
All right, Pugsley.
B.
All right, Dave.
C.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh.
B.
And then
A.
we- A.
S.
Then I'm changing
I'm
mine
gonna
to a
throw up
C.
Dave.
So where are we?
You
what is-
changed it to
Well,
just
we have-
lower. Oh my god!
I think it has
I
to
think
stay at
we
an A because
averaged
you
to a
have
B.
an S and two A's, and then you have a B and two
No, the
C's.
C. No, the C.
gotta
and the
stay
S.
at
I think we basically averaged to a B.5.
Okay.
We did.
B
Which
point
is
five.
No, an A minus. An A minus.
It's an A minus.
A minus, I can
Just
accept.
put it at A and let's
B.
move on.
B.
Listen,
Alright.
you don't get to overrule everything. Come on.
Mostly I do.
This should be the last one on the A tier. The
All
last
right.
one on the A tier.
Moving on.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Leave it at B for now.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Oh, the Enterprise G, also known as the
Titan,
Titan.
now the G.
What?
And a 1, and a 2, and a 3.
That's the wrong Titan. The wrong Titan.
Wrong Titan? Ah.
That's
Yeah.
what
Ooh,
Which
The
one is
other
that?
Titan is my favorite. I love the
Yes.
No,
one.
I'm talking about the
Titan's
Enterprise.
Titan is
The
amazing.
the Titan
Yeah,
A
like-
slash
Oh,
the Enterprise
the-
G.
Picard's
7 is
using
the
the
Titan,
A
right?
D.
this is the
Titans.
one.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
think
don't
this
mind
is
this
like ambassador
design.
class.
It's okay,
I
but
think
it's
B
not-
is where it needs to be.
I put
I
it
think,
in
it,
C.
I think it's in good company in B.
C. D.
It's a C for
It's
me.
just a version.
Give
of
Devin
like
enough time, it'll be
I,
enough.
I can live with it as a C.
It's
It's
just not
okay,
good
but
to be a
it's-
hero ship. I just don't
there's
think it's a hero ship.
There's nothing new
It's
about
just
it.
sort of
There's nothing
boring.
exciting. It's kind of
Yeah,
boring.
it's
Yeah,
boring.
it's kind of boring. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, C is fine.
All right.
The other Titan for me really high.
All right.
Yeah.
Now
Oh,
we're,
the other Titans are very
a little bit of a
different
change of pace here, guys. We have the Danube class runabout.
Yeah.
shit. Oh, at
No,
least a B.
I like the
I'm
runabout.
Yeah, I
so
love the
much
runabout.
love. I have so much
To
love for
me.
this ship. I love it. Yeah.
This is a great ship.
B for me.
B.
Yes.
It's a little ship.
All
It's just a little
Yeah.
ship.
should be
It's a
one of
good
Yeah.
utility ship. It's a good.
All my
overall
favorite
little
episodes-
ship.
All my favorite
favorite
episodes were it was included like Vortex. So
Yes.
yeah.
Go back to your precious.
I'll give you the ball,
Oh, wait,
then you give me the ball.
that's the wrong clip.
Can I have the ball, Molly? Can I have the ball, Molly?
All right, B I think is where it needs to sit.
Yeah.
B. Okay.
Absolutely.
Next ship. We got the Dauntless, the USS Dauntless class. That
Okay.
seen in Star Trek Prodigy.
I was going to say we can call this Canon Federation now.
It's pretty fancy. It's very.
It also looks like a mushroom in space, so I'm going to
Got a
go with
slipstream
it.
It's
drive.
Protostar drive. Yeah. It
Although-
does have a slipstream
Wait,
drive.
which can I ask which one this is? Is this the Voyager one or the one from Prodigy? Because the one
one
from
from
Prodigy
Prodigy.
looks
What?
way cooler.
The Prodigy.
one
I
from
don't like the
Prodigy.
new one. Okay.
I think it is at least. So,
I
but that's
see
the one
this
we're-
as a C.
It's like continues the weird tradition of like Clovis arrowheaded shaped Starfleet.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
It's very
Uh,
mushroom-like because it
It's a
concaves
very big mushroom.
underneath.
It is kind of mushroom like.
It
Yeah.
concaves underneath, which is really unique, actually.
Yeah.
See, if
And
I
it
bring
is
anything to
mushroom.
this discussion is how to compare ships to inanimate objects and stuff. Like
Yeah,
that-
you're a
those are
real
ship.
Yeah.
Or body
You
parts.
see a
which
ship,
we
you're
have
like, oh,
done
that's
several
just
times.
my childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're talking about starships.
Doesn't
How
matter.
How many
It's
of
the
them
same.
are Phalluses in space.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Just a few.
A good portion of them.
A couple of them, anyway. Some of them are butt plugs. Okay, like come
I
on.
mean, it's really
Hell
fast.
is what's in space?
I would say it's a D unless we rank it up one because it has a slipstream drive.
I think
I would say D as well, but I think the technology of it puts it to a C.
B'Elanna
Yeah.
Torres helped design the ship.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
But the
No,
Dauntless
that's
class,
not
as
a
I
winning
recall,
thing
is
for me.
weeny tiny, sort of like the Prodigy class, right? Or Protostar.
Very small.
It's not big. It's bigger than the Protostar. Protostar is quite small.
Yeah,
Still
the Protostar is
pretty-
But like, this
hilariously
would
small.
not be.
Yeah, it is.
I would doubt this thing would have the same crew as the original Enterprise.
Yeah.
Would it
it's not
have
true.
400
Probably not.
crew aboard? I doubt it.
the
No.
Dauntless?
The original Enterprise also packed them in, man. Like it's,
Well, that's true.
the amount of crew
Yeah.
per size of the ship is like a different ratio than modern things.
Yeah, that's yeah. The Enterprise D really skews all of our considerations on that, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does, big time.
Yeah.
I think we're good there.
I agree that it is
That's
a
fair.
D ship, but Slipstream changed everything
It does.
going forward. So I
So-
like it at C.
According to the internet, it has a complement of 2,000.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow. 2000.
So it's like
No, that's
so like
wrong.
that's the D. The D doesn't
Yeah.
even
He's
have
one
2,000.
He has 1,000. That's
Nope.
twice
Yeah.
the
The
amount of crew.
complement,
Yeah.
the complement of the
1,100,
Dauntless is 400 officers, 1,600 enlisted.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
You're talking about the USS
Why would
Dauntless.
it have so many
Red shirts for
enlisted?
gays.
man?
Unless
That
I'm
makes
looking at
no
the wrong
sense.
Dauntless.
There's-
What's
They
the
could
code
just
on this
spend
one?
red shirts
What's the-
on
what's the
every
registry on this
planet they
Dauntless?
get
What's the
to,
registry
man.
on that one?
Ooh.
I don't
NX
know.
74205.
74205. No, that's
No, that's not the
the
205.
Defiant.
There's no way.
No, that's the Defiant. Never mind.
USS Dauntless, MCC 80816.
80816.
Crew
Okay.
has a crew.
This
of
is
how
the
many do you need this week?
80762. So hold on.
I think that's a different class. Then.
Yeah, it could be. All right.
Yeah.
80, what is it? 80.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on. Let's move on.
Okay. The Defiant class.
All right,
Yes.
Puxley, pick someone for the Defiant.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Actually, you know what? I want Davan to talk about the Defiant.
Ooh.
Oh, great.
Well, let me tell you, she's a tough little ship.
Little.
Not that little.
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 No, well, the thing about like it is a prototype. It's an NX class ship, but I think it succeeded in its goals, and it had to be rushed into production, or into completion. Really, it wasn't even ready when Ben took off with the first one. They were still flying apart a bit at high warp, but you know they got the handle of that. That didn't become an issue like later on in the series. They flew at high warp all the time, and she wasn't shaken apart. So it just needed a little O'Brien love, and once it got that, I mean, it's not as pretty. Like I would love to put it in an S tier, but I'm not. But like the design is functional. It's so functional. Like
So
watching
functional.
it, like
Once you have to
dive
spend a
and
night,
bob and
Davan, I
weave.
think you'll bump it from an S for sure.
Dude.
What?
If you had to,
Well,
to stay,
Well,
I would argue an S tier. It is a brilliant ship. It is super powerful. Look what Thomas Riker did with it in just an afternoon. How many Cardassians he got?
For its size, the things you can do, like the ships it can take on.
It is probably one of the most maneuverable and great complemented ships, but I still don't think it's an S tier. I think it's an A.
This ship.
Think about what those dumbass kids were able to accomplish with one.
But
Dude,
I mean, to me, it represents the shift in Starfleet that we see in DS9 and the contemplation they're undertaking there, right? Like when you shift into an absolutely like full mobilization military mode.
It's a rushed
production.
warship. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Right. Like the kind of thing you're going to produce is substantially different. And the shape of it even is, you'll put that compared to the Jem'Hadar Scarab ship, right?
Yeah.
They're not that different in the ultimate look.
And they're
right.
about the same
These
size.
are just down and they're like honey badgers going at each other. Ultimately, and it's what I love about this ship.
Oh, it's the Mustang of propeller planes.
Dude, this ship is more impactful than almost any other ship. It literally defined an entirely new class of ship, defining the direction of Starfleet going at that time. It was ablative, a hull shielding. It was.
Not to mention what it did to Deep Space Nine as a show. The show completely
it
changes when the Defiant comes into the picture.
Yeah, it's good.
And the cloaking device and the phaser cannons, which we never saw before that. I mean, that was
cloaking device. I forgot
iconic ship.
Got a cloaking device, but we're talking about the entire Defiant class, even those without cloaking devices. But
I'll remind you that the Pegasus had a cloaking device too.
We're
getting there.
That ship is
okay. You convinced me. I will agree. S.
I can live with the S.
I think I should move the Random Ship down one just for looking stupid, even though it was.
I actually agree. I agree now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I think the Defiant is the strongest X that's up there right now.
You want me to move it down a tier or just down the line?
And I also
would
think
move
we
it down
should
a tier because I think it looks bad.
I think we should also
it's
make
just
this
so unbelievably OP.
Yeah, all right, leave it.
It's
I
okay.
also think
the
that
real
we should be
problem.
punishing the Cerritos more.
No, you have done enough to this. My poor Cerritos, my California. So
I think it should be an F now.
Oh my God.
I prefer the Texas class myself.
Okay, let's talk about the Delta Flyer.
Okay, if you even attempt to put this in S, I'm gonna fucking shoot someone.
Oh my
Alright?
God, no.
No way.
That's a B.
I didn't even want it in the inclusion, but Davan convinced me.
That's a B. That's a hard
That
B.
is not a B. That
It's
is-
technically not
that's like
a
a
Starship.
B
It's technically
for
a
me.
shuttle, but
it's a
B.
shuttle.
Super highly
It
advanced.
breaks almost every time they
You're
use
gonna
it.
rank that thing higher than the runabouts, which are way more utility.
No,
No, I think it should be
No
next
way.
to the runabout. I think it should be a B.
Right beside
What
it.
other ships
B
on this
maximum,
list
but I
broke the
think it
warp
really
10
should be
barrier?
a C or a D.
Oh,
What
Davin's
other
got you.
ships on this list
What's that?
broke the warp 10 barrier?
Yeah,
That
but
ship was
in the
none.
worst
At the
ever
same time.
episode,
That
Yeah,
didn't
do it
have
with a
Westy
ship that
pressure.
isn't the size of
Or
a car.
Traveler.
Threshold
lizards.
is the greatest episode.
it's probably best to compare the Delta Flyer to like the other small craft we have here, like the Runabout and like that Romulan scout ship. Maybe
But look at
Higher
those
end
lines.
Scout ship for me.
Sporty lines.
It is a
This
fucking
aesthetically
dart.
is lovely.
You know what it actually looks like? It looks like a Honda Fit. That's literally what it looks like. You
Dude,
drive
if
a
a Honda
Honda
Fit
Fit,
really
you put
looked like
wheels
that,
on
I
that
would
thing, and it's
buy
a
one.
Honda Fit.
But honestly,
And it's about the
like,
same size.
There's only one thing I don't like about that ship, and it's the stupid retro controls on the inside. That drove me nuts.
Captain
Everything else,
Proton to the
I liked.
rescue.
Yeah, I couldn't with that, but
This
everything
was,
else I
this
liked.
was, this was
It's
some
just
guy's
not-
wet dream. That's all this really was, and it should be at least a C.
It was Tom's
it
wet
should
dream.
be
He
a C
built
at
it as
the
like a
very
sports
least.
car.
I agree.
I know.
Yeah.
Guys, where are we? Where
Right,
are we?
see.
It's you know what? Here's a perfect example. It is the DeLorean of Starfleet vehicles. It looks good,
Ooh.
but in reality, it is very impractical.
It runs on
You can
garbage.
only
It
go
is
88 miles
something
per
you
hour.
literally fly once in a blue moon when you want to have something or make a race to like win
No way.
Star
They
Wars.
flew that constantly after they built that. There's no way.
Well, yeah,
did
because
that
they built the
constantly.
set for it. They had to.
They had
That's
two of them
heartbreaking.
actually.
That's
because
And
the
Voyager
the
was
first-
already garbage at that
the
point.
first Delta
so they're
Flyer
like,
gets
whatever.
blown up.
Whoa, you shut your mouth.
I
You
don't
shut
care.
your dirty
Oh.
mouth.
I
The
said it and I
opposite.
stand
It was
by it.
terrible for the
I'm-
first four, and then
So
way
where
better
do
in
they
the
even
latter
get the
four.
parts to build a second Delta Flyer? That's my
That's the
problem.
problem.
Neelix's kitchen.
Probably.
You
It's
can't
just- it's
do
just a
that
bunch of
much with
fryers.
peppers.
Okay.
All
Our
right,
Just
rating.
made it out of
Are you
fries.
guys ready for a new
Alright.
ship?
No.
The
Do we
Enterprise-
rate that?
We settled it in C, unless
belongs
there's
in
any
C.
objections.
I can live with the C.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, new ship. We got the Enterprise
So,
J.
yeah. Fly apart then.
The J
Oh,
is
God.
somebody mentioned earlier that one of the ships.
Oh, I
looks
got
like
the
a stingray.
Excelsior. You got the J.
Oh, you want to do
Yeah,
Excelsior next?
Excelsior.
Yeah.
S.
Oh, let's
S
just
tier.
put the J in E where it belongs.
There's no
Yeah.
E, but I can put it down
Yeah.
in D.
Terrible.
It is the
Yeah, the
ugliest
J is
Enterprise
awful.
that ever was
It
made.
is the ugly.
It's the
Every time I
ugliest
see somebody
Enterprise.
with one in Star Trek Online, I'm like, are you serious? Are you
Yeah.
relying
When
that
you look-
You
10K
made that
down?
choice.
What are you
You
doing?
look
You made
at that
you made
area
poor
between
decisions
the
in your
Have some
life.
nacelles.
respect.
That's
Because
what
that's-
gave us.
That is still so expensive in
Discovery.
SBO.
I
It
know.
is
I
very-
like. Why anyone would pay for that ugly ship?
Yeah,
It's
like
so
you gotta
ugly.
pay.
Oh my
You
God.
gotta pay top dollar for that ugly thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Awful.
Terrible.
Awful. All right,
That's it.
Excelsior. Let's fly her apart.
Now we're
S
going to
tier.
Excelsior.
S tier.
Now,
The
now
great
we're to the Enterprise
experiment.
B and Excelsior.
S. Yes, the great experiment. S tier.
Hey,
Sure.
S
S,
tier.
Hey.
easily.
Yes.
I'm
S
gonna
tier.
say A.
I
I
think,
love how it
You're gonna
looks.
put the Krenim ship.
I think the
above
Excelsior
the
is a
Excelsior?
really awesome ship, but I don't think it's
No,
an
I think the credit ship should be lower. But whatever.
The Excelsior just looks
Looking
so
at it now, I
sleek
don't.
and
I don't disagree
beautiful.
with Davan on that.
You can't
No,
put the Excelsior, below
Excelsior
the Krenim.
class is the first saucer separable Starfleet ship.
Oh, is
It's
it
an
really?
absolute
Yeah.
quantum leap in their
True.
starship design.
Also, the first mention of trans
And had
warp.
trans work.
And it
Yeah,
has a
the
probe
first
launch
mention of
bay.
that.
Oh shit!
separate
All
from
right,
the shuttle bay.
S tier.
S tier.
S tier
Yes.
for the Excelsior?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I
I
can,
I
agree.
love the
Yeah.
Excelsior, but
Yeah.
I can live with
I
it.
mean, longest serving ship in Star Trek as well, right?
true.
It
Oh,
is.
so
that's
many
very
ships.
I think
true.
The class.
they had Excelsior serving for like 110 years or something.
Yes.
Into the
did.
Yeah.
Dominion.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
like
well,
longer
well
than
past the
anything.
Dominion War too.
Well,
They're
fair
still
enough.
using them. Yeah, they're still using them in like
In Picard.
the Bentine has.
Yeah, they were
one,
in
like,
Picard.
the-
Yeah.
Remember they put
Yeah, sure.
that Romulan kid on it, and he died, and no one knew or no one cared.
Yeah, no one's there.
on Picard. So,
One of the two, something in there.
the guy who was like
All
the
right.
Yeah, I'd
convalescent.
move on.
Okay.
Alright.
Freedom
Okay.
class.
The Freedom class,
Ooh.
also known as you might know this as the USS Franklin from Star Trek.
It's weird looking. I
Beyond.
don't like it,
It's kind of like the evolution of the NX-01.
but
it's
in a bad way. It's like a mutated in it.
It looks
It
like it's
got,
got a big
like,
crack in its
split.
ass.
It does exactly.
It got cracked like a wishbone.
It did.
It looks like a wishbone. Yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
on,
D.
it's
It's
not
bit
the
of a
worst.
worst
don't
Where
think
would you
it's
put
D
it?
tier. D
D
tier.
tier.
C.
Yeah.
It also has a
D tier.
weird resemblance to the Romulan warbird.
Kinda
Yeah,
Kinda,
kind
yeah.
of.
Like that sort of
Yeah.
like flat, spread out.
flat,
feel,
spread
you
out,
know?
kind of.
It's essentially the
Oh.
Cerritos upside down after it gets shot by the engineering thing gets taken out.
Exactly. It's even got the big hole in the sauce.
Got the big hole
and
where
the
it
trouble
Yeah.
is this ship needs
D for
two
death.
engineering sections.
It belongs
right?
D
there
for
with the
death.
Cerritos.
It belongs
I,
there.
Yeah.
I kind of like the design of the Franklin and
No.
the Freedom class.
See,
but-
D for death.
I
I like the
agree. I
saucer
think
section.
it could be in C, but there's so many good ships that we ended up shoving into C
Yeah.
that I feel like it doesn't
Exactly.
hold up.
It doesn't
So-
belong there.
No,
it
it
doesn't
needs
belong
to be
with
at least D.
it. Doesn't belong with
All
them.
right.
Yeah.
Here's a
Yeah.
big one.
All right.
The D.
The fat one.
Okay.
A. Yeah.
A
It
or
looks
S
too
tier.
stupid.
S tier.
That's-
S tier.
I'm
100%
going
S
to fight
tier.
for S.
I
I
think
know
it's
it's
Cody
hard to fight it
Moore.
out.
nostalgia and everything, but
I don't think you can have the
It's an S.
runabout. You can't have like you can't have the Defiant and not have that ship in the same tier. I think they both are equally important. So I'm where it is
I
right
feel
now.
like-
I'm happy with.
I
That
feel
is
like
just-
me and Puxley are thinking the same thing. Why don't you save some words there, Puxley?
So for me, this is an A. It represents the height of Starfleet's peacetime prowess.
Oh, I like the way you
But
put
what
that.
it ends up being is a ship that can bring all of their power to bear. Without you look at that giant dongly front end. I love it. It's like the ship
But
of
it
my
looks weird.
heart. But at
Yeah.
the same time, it has these gangly blind spots to it that represent what the Federation is at the time. That needs to be brought up short by a Vorcha or a Dederadex or a Borg cube. So it can't be anything higher than an A to me.
Mhm.
Even though
I-
it's the ship of my heart. Don't Don't get me wrong.
See,
But I
I
have
think
to love the truth more.
I like the way
Yeah.
that you put that, like the epitome
It's
of
also very
Starfleet.
beige.
The Starfleet in
Also
sort of
that.
like peacetime, but I like not only like what you said that it brings in the entire Federation power to bear, but it also has every resource you'd ever want. It has enough space to basically relocate an entire planet, science
luxury
and
liner.
warfare,
Yeah.
and I like the inside. I like the role play of it. I love everything about it except. Like I would give everything an S except the look. The look for me
Yeah.
is an A, maybe a
love
B,
the look.
but it's an
I love it.
absolute hero ship, man. I think it belongs on S tier. If we're gonna keep the
Yeah.
Excelsior on S tier, you
yeah.
have to put that
Let's
there.
let's
Yeah.
not down talk the Excelsior while we're we can leave the Excelsior alone.
They both
Okay.
deserve to be in S tier. Is what
I
I'm
agree.
I
agree.
think it's in the
Galaxy
exact
class.
company it needs to be in.
My
In
only,
A?
the only thing I don't
No,
like about
in
the Galaxy
S, in
class is that
Oh,
when,
yes.
when they do have the saucer separation, the drive section looks kind of dumb without
so dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb.
right.
Yeah.
But it's designed for
I think that's
practicality.
right.
Or
I think
Troy to crash it on a planet.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen over various series like the Death of the Odyssey, particularly in DS9, shows the strategic and tactical limits of what the Federation was doing when it builds
That kind of
the
shit.
Galaxy class, right? Like it's at a point where it's like we're safe, we're massive,
Yeah.
we are the single superpower, but it runs in like the Odyssey runs into these Jem'Hadar ships, and they just piece it up and destroy
You
it.
mean the
in like a
Jem'Hadar
minute
ships
and a
ran
half.
into the Odyssey?
Well, if
Yeah.
you think about it too, like that's a good example because they destroy the Odyssey by just suicide bombing it basically, and then Cisco responds with the Defiant. He's like, we don't need a Galaxy class to fight this enemy. We
Mhm.
need like something like the Defiant.
And he's right.
Well, as soon as push came to shove, it was their peacetime ship.
But-
As soon as push came to shove, they decommissioned all of them and made the friggin' Sovereign class.
True.
Yes.
Mhm.
But I think if anything, that kind of proves the fact that it's now an S tier because of the fact that it walked so the other ones could run. Like
We moved it.
it's
Hmm.
it needs to be.
Right. Not
it
only
needs
is
to
it an
be
S
there.
tier for me, it's at the front of the S tier for me.
Oh, that's
Thank you,
crazy.
Dave.
It looks
Okay.
too clunky.
How
for that.
so, Dave? How so?
It is
How
a
so?
beautiful ship. It is it's my all-time favorite ship ever.
Oh, it's pretty.
But it's the
Uh,
Why
fact.
do you love beige so much?
I like the beige. I don't care. I'll go.
No, I'm
to
with
all of it.
Dave. The interior is amazing.
I've drawn
I love
this
the
ship
interior.
so many times growing up.
I also
Like,
I
it
also think the
occupied
best.
so much time on my mind.
Hear me out though. I think
Okay.
one of the best things about it is how the furniture is designed. Because without
my
the
God,
furniture
yes.
designed the way it is, you wouldn't have the Riker maneuver.
Mhm.
Oh.
So
It's an
if you
excellent
guys
point.
want me,
No,
if
yeah,
you want me to
Love
pull
that
this,
carpet.
if you want me
Love
to pull
that
this ship
carpet.
down, you're gonna have to
Like,
to-
Don't
to
get me
do-
wrong.
Just
My
put it
argument
after
here
the
is
Defiant.
not-
No,
My
it could be in
argument
front
here
of the
is not
Defiant. I
like-
think that's where it should be. Yeah.
like through the course of the pandemic, I walked
Yeah.
myself from the bridge of the Enterprise to various sets of quarters or other places in my imagination
Mm.
to keep myself sane. Like,
You know
don't
they
get me
built
wrong,
it.
but like it's got to be appropriately ranged.
Yeah, I'm fine
just
with that.
just a quick shout out to this. They actually somebody designed like the
No.
entire inside of the D
Mm.
Yeah.
digitally, and they got like a lawsuit against them. They had to take it down, but it still exists. So you can literally walk that
around.
whole ship, and it's amazing.
Yeah, they
Wow.
fully
Oh my
rendered the whole
gosh.
thing. Yeah.
They did.
And the other, I guess, my only critique of, I'm just trying to be fair with the Enterprise D is like it's such a big ship compared to like Voyager, which I feel like I know all 15 decks of Voyager, right?
Yeah.
And what's on them. On the D, it's like it's such a huge ship that you
Like,
can't
what's
know all
deck
40
28?
decks
who knows.
Nobody knows. Nobody
No,
knows.
I can tell you. Give me a
Nobody
second.
cares.
Have you ever
Hey,
seen
let me
the?
find my technical manual.
Yeah, I got
Somebody
the
can
technical
bring it
manual
down.
around here
Yeah.
somewhere.
Somebody did a YouTube video about what it would be like really to live in that size of a ship with only the amount of people that crewed it, and it's comical. It's like it's actually you never see
It's
anyone ever.
amazing.
See one
It's
every few
It's
days.
comically
Yeah.
empty, right?
Oh, I got the
There's
technical
manual.
manual, the
Shockingly
burgundy
empty.
one.
You go to the Arboretum. It's a big Arboretum. Keiko's there.
Yeah.
and-
No, I mean, there's a wonderful video on YouTube about like how big is the Enterprise really?
Oh, it's huge.
Oh, it's
That's the
massive.
Like,
exact
you,
video
you
I'm
have a
talking about.
hard
It's
time
awesome.
meeting anybody on board if there's
Yeah.
just 1,100.
That's why you go to 10 forward.
Mhm.
That's why everybody
Yeah,
hung
Dave-
out at 10 Ford. Yeah.
Cousin Dave sent me an image of that the other day. He's just like, look at this scale, and the NX-01 is smaller than the Enterprise D's nacelle.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think
It's-
between
But the NX-01
NX-01
only had what 88 complement on it.
What do you think the size
yeah.
difference is with Prodigy and the NX-01? Is that are they close or
I think the big
or Protostar?
well, I think that the,
Oh,
the
Pros-
I think the
Protostar
Protostar
is
is
Pros are
bigger.
smaller.
Smaller.
No,
Why
Pros
not
are
as
smaller.
bigger?
It's almost
Yikes.
like Delta Flyer.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in
Protostar
that
is
range
tiny.
of size, though. Like
it's
it
got
would
6
be-
decks, but
The Delta Flyer can fit like 6 people in it max. Like it's small.
the
Yeah,
Delta
I would.
Flyer's
I
It's
would
a
think it's
minivan,
somewhere around
basically.
the size of that original.
All right.
Like
I'm
All
going
right,
to take
anyway.
this one. The USS
All right.
Voyager in Intrepid class is an easy S tier. One, it's
No.
so ahead of the line as far as tech goes with the bioneural gel packs.
And warp.
I love that it's like a
9.975.
science-specific vessel. I think it's gorgeous. As far as like its silhouette goes, it might be the prettiest one. It certainly looks better in silhouette than the D.
Stop it. Just stop.
No, the
Yeah.
D's just this big clunky thing. It looks
You're already down.
You're out of line.
no.
Yeah, you're out of
Enterprise
line.
made it back
You
from
can-
the
you
Delta.
can-
or,
you can- I
Voyager
like
made it
the
back from
Voyager
Delta
too.
Quadrant.
I like the design of the Voyager. I don't mind it.
It has no flaws. It's just
Wait,
I
who
like
wants-
the fact
who
that the
wants to
nose
do the
line
big
moves
pitch?
as well.
Who's doing the pitch on the Voyager?
Yeah, that's good.
I just did.
I thought Devin
Okay.
was doing the pitch.
But-
Yeah, I just did.
Uh,
That was the pitch. S tier. It's amazing.
let's throw it out to the other folks. Who has a different pitch about Voyager?
Oh, I would only back it up.
Me too. I'm only going to back him up.
I'm only going to back
Yeah.
him up.
Well, if we already have 3, I can't really argue that.
Jaemeel?
but I don't think it belongs in the same tier with everything
think
that's in
A.
S right now.
So
Can we
don't
yet
like
again
how it
look at
looks.
the Axonar again? Because like every time we add another awesome ship up there, I'm thinking that's the thing that makes that weird and stand out.
See, and
Which
actually,
one?
Norman actually just came to the point that was in my head, which is the gel packs are an issue, which is absolutely
aren't.
true.
They
They
had an
are.
issue
They
with
are
them
actually
once.
a fault.
No,
Get that
they had
cheese
an
to
issue
sick
with
bay.
them once because of cheese. How often
There it is.
does like
Cheese.
technical problems happen on the other?
You know how
ships?
common
Dang,
cheese
cheese.
is
The
in the
Enterprise
universe?
D's computer became a sentient and tried to kill them.
Yeah,
Like,
and
Yeah,
we're-
that's
because of
a flaw.
nanobots and stuff.
No, not because of nanobots. Because
that happened
it's
multiple
just-
times.
It did happen.
Yeah, exactly. Like
multiple times.
standard tech messes up way more than bioneural.
We're going to
gel packs.
Vertiform City.
It's just memorable because of the cheese thing, but like no, it's a far superior technology
Yeah,
So
well, I
for
think
me-
technology-wise, it's definitely superior, but I
and
also
less
don't think,
flawed.
like, number one, I don't think there's any dolphins on that ship at all, which is
Oh,
I
They-
don't
they
obvious
don't-
down
there's
right
no
there.
at
They
all.
lack
no
dolphins.
cetacean ops.
It does
Right.
lack dolphins,
No
which is a big
cetacean
problem.
ops.
Wait, can we
And
can we
also,
talk about?
they make the it becomes like arrowhead or shovel shaped with Voyager.
It's
Yeah,
the shovel
yeah, yeah.
ship.
It's
That's the
Yeah.
first frogification
Right? You got
of
your
starships in Star Trek.
Spadatronic.
They all start looking
Maneuver.
like frogs after
You know
that.
what?
It's like
Hey,
a-
Yeah.
I understand why everybody wants to put it in an S, but I'm not there.
I
I'm
put
gonna
it
put it A.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you.
Wait, but we haven't brought up the moving nacelles. That,
The
like,
moving nacelles are
move
cool,
up.
but
I
they're
thought
not
that was
really
so
that.
cool.
Like,
Why do they
well,
move?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what
they're
they do when they
cool.
go to
Yeah, why
work.
do they move? That's a good question. If you can tell me
Don't
why
have
they
protection.
move,
Because it's
I'll give it to
better
you.
at impulse normally, and then it creates a better formed warp bubble in the
You are
augmented
talking
position.
out of your
Oh,
Why
ass.
can't,
look
why
at
can't
that.
the
But
nacelles
it's
just
not
be
so believable, didn't it?
always angled, like even at impulse? Like what
To me, it's like those sports cars that bring up the fin when they're going so
Yes.
fast that they need downforce. It's like they don't need downforce in the fucking space. Okay, like
Why does the scimitar need to flap its fucking wings?
that's
Wait, no,
true.
because that's
Although-
for the
All
payload
of these are
weapon
silly.
thing that has to.
keep in
like-
mind, Voyager is capable of going into an atmosphere, whereas like the Enterprise D.
Yeah, exactly. It can
Ah.
land.
I
Yeah.
disagree.
Which was a
Troy
pretty cool
definitely
piece.
brought it into an atmosphere.
Well, it was
I
more
knew
the
you were
Duras
going there.
sisters.
Well, the Duras sisters really were the
It's
ones.
got to
that
be
did
an
it.
S. It's
Blue
so
alert.
You know what?
I would have
good.
a
Most of these other
if I
ships
get
wouldn't have made it
if I
back
get
from the
one
Delta Quadrant.
veto, I would use it on this and bring it to an A.
All right. Well, do you want to give him that veto, Davin?
No.
Of course he doesn't.
I want to hear what Puxley
Cody
gives it.
and I use our veto to bring it to A.
All right, there you go.
I
That's
think
two
no,
vetoes.
I think
we've got-
Puxley
all
can
right,
settle it.
We're bringing her down to A. It sounds like.
There you go.
No, you're settling it, Puxley.
Yep.
It's an A. All
I
right.
knew I
Yeah.
like Puxley.
Shame.
Okay.
Shame.
Can we keep going, guys?
What
Are we
makes it
good?
an A? What makes it an A, Puxley?
What makes it an A is that it's actually not designed to be a top of the line ship. It's an
That's right.
accident. It gets sent out there. No, not
And still survived it.
no.
That's
And
despite
absolutely,
all
that's
odds.
absolutely no. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's an A-class ship, right? Like it's a tremendous little ship, but it's not, I think, on the sort of genre defining levels of the other one.
That's
It
what I
has
was thinking
whole
for.
sections that other ships don't have. Like
Davin, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, it also had Neelix.
If the Defiant was
It did have
one,
Neelix.
Neelix.
okay,
That was the
Davin,
Neelix, though.
would the Defiant have come back too?
No.
No way.
No way the
Not
Defiant
a
makes it back
chance.
from the
Not a
camera.
No, and
chance.
Not a chance.
You guys,
well,
you guys are
I think the
also
problem with Defiant is it doesn't have enough crew.
you guys aren't giving Voyager enough credit because it is top of the line. It's top of the
Hey,
line
Bob,
in an expression of a
because-
science ship, which we
It's a
never
top of the
see.
line
It is
science
the
ship.
best
Exactly.
science ship that exists.
There's
at the
ever
time.
been.
Yeah, that there's ever
True.
been. Even just the fact that it is a purely science ship that
Oh.
All right.
managed to
So
do
how
this.
many
That's
how
why
many
it's an
science
S.
ships do we have in an S
And
class?
by the time it's on the way back, it is
None yet.
Borgified with like armor and,
There's a reason
and
for that.
crazy Borg torpedoes and stuff. That ship is so cool.
Well,
by
the
the time it
Excelsior
gets back.
class is very scientific. and
It's
so
it's
is-
on the strength of the design of the Intrepid that Voyager made it back. Most of these other ships wouldn't.
I
It's
agree
just-
with
it
that.
was so
Long range science
technologically-
vessel. That's
Everything
what
Mine,
it's
we're
called.
talking
to
about
me, the
Voyager.
Voyager design
we're
is
talking about Voyager.
Mhm.
the
Long range
Intrepid
science.
class is such a great design. I
Mhm.
know where everything. I could get around that ship. Like I know that
Yeah.
ship. You know,
It
like,
feels
It's a
lived in.
spade.
real. So, it's
a
got a Delta
space
flyer.
spade.
It's got a C. It's got a C
got a
tier
Delta
vessel
flyer.
right in its
It got
day.
a Delta flyer.
And a
It's
Borg
got
alcove.
a beautiful engineering section. It's so gorgeous.
All right,
The
you know
engineering
what?
section
You
is
should-
gorgeous. I will give you
Let's
It's the best
appeal
one.
to the principle of democratic centralism.
Mhm.
Who
that. Aren't we already
votes
done on this? Like
for
we
this to be the
vetoed
best
and then
ship?
Puxley did it. So.
Okay, S, me.
Make it all clear.
Me, Maeric, and Davan are.
Yeah, we got
All
3
right.
S's.
A.
Nope, and we have 3 A's.
A.
Yeah.
Yeah. A.
All right.
All right, chat.
So-
And then
Chat
Jaemeel and,
vote.
Jaemeel and me said we'd use our
Chat.
veto. So there you go. We win.
So how does democratic centralism solve it?
Chat.
So that
doesn't-
we're going to have to appeal to the wider populace. What does the chat say on this?
Mhm.
Chat right now. We got one from World Mind, but he
Ah,
also-
Voyager.
he also-
There it
well
is.
done.
okay, hold on. Number one,
That's
he
it.
didn't
There it
even
is.
spell it right. Number two, he's drunk, and number three, he fucked up the stream.
Did
Yeah.
So do you really think
Voyager?
he's actually qualified?
Davin,
Did
And
I
he
would
also
be willing
said
to-
this first.
I would be willing to change my vote if
Yeah.
you move Discovery from F.
Oh no,
Ooh.
no deal.
Which Discovery?
No deal.
We've got a rider
Both of
on
them?
this.
No deal.
No, that's a no deal.
It's-
So where
it's
are you?
awful.
Where are
Okay,
you trying to
then
put
it's-
this? Oh,
It
that's,
stays A
that's
tier.
a
No, it
long.
It doesn't
That's-
matter. We went
Norman
to
says A
the
tier as
wider.
well. It's A
Voyager.
tier.
I feel like we
Murphy
need
said
something like
S.
A
I'm with
plus
Norman.
plus here, but
No, no,
you know.
A tier is where it's at. Move it back.
It belongs
said
S
S.
tier,
Norman-
man.
Norman
This is
said
I don't
the
care what
travesty.
Murphy
This
said.
is the
Murphy can't
travesty.
even fucking figure out where his mic is.
It was kind of like
So
this when we were
Norman
ranking
Buchwald is
Janeway
the-
too. We couldn't decide where she
is the
belonged.
I've
answer.
enjoyed your company
Yeah,
as
and we
always,
lost
but it
that
appears
one.
it is
We're not losing this one too, Dave.
All right,
lost
let's
the
have
Janeway
it.
one.
S tier. You guys are crazy.
S tier.
next? Okay.
S tier.
All
No,
right,
no,
S
no,
tier.
no, no,
There it
no, no,
is.
no.
Yeah.
Guys, we
no,
need to
move
move
that
on.
back.
We're
Guys,
moving on,
Oh,
and
this
Murphy
is a pure
outranks
tyranny
Norman.
of the bourgeois.
Murphy doesn't
So,
outrank
anyway.
anybody. He fucking can't even get a stream to work right. Give me a break. He was muted for
next
half
one.
of his original talk. Like, come on, the
Next
guy has
one.
no
Next one. Next one.
Okay. The
Moving
Kelsey
on.
May.
We have the
This
I
is-
don't even know what this is.
It's a real okay. I feel like I even need to show you
What is
guys
this?
just because what it is.
What
'cause
is
you won't
this
know what it
thing?
is. We saw it on Strange New Worlds. We've only seen it once, but it's kind of a weird looking ship. So I thought I would bring it into the things here. What am I?
Oh, this is.
I need a better angle on that.
Here's what it looked like
Oh,
in.
Oh, that's awful.
What a gorgeous
Oh my
ass
god, F tier. Let's move on. F
It's
tier.
got that neck
defense.
swing again, though.
No.
You know what?
that's
Put the Kelsey May down at A or at S tier.
That's so
That thing's
weird.
bad.
No, they
The
took a
Adams class or
phaser and
whatever
put
it's
one of
called.
those stupid bronze fucking satellites on the front of it.
It's
Like
got the fucking
it's a
bling.
phaser with a
It looks like-
satellite on the
That's a
front.
It
weird.
looks like
ship.
it needs
But
more
the
cooking.
satellite
You
is
put
gonna
it back
run
in the
into
oven.
nose of the ship.
It
No,
looks
dude,
like there's something
it
wrong
makes no
with it.
sense.
There's
It's
no way to
like
make a judgment
telemetry
based
at
on
the
that
front of its
angle.
nose.
Where did I
You
put
need a
it?
bet. You need a
Can't
whole
deflect
video on
anything
that
more
to
than
make
that
that
Looks
make
like
sense.
it only has
in
one
front of it.
nacelle, though.
It has two.
No.
It has two. It just
Does it have
it-
to?
That was
We
awful.
can't tell.
Does?
That we need a better angle of that ship. That,
No,
we
that's
only,
that's
not
this,
what
this is
makes
all
it
we ever
better.
saw of it. So
Well, if I'm
Well,
going
then it-
based
then
on
it
this,
gets
this
F
is like
tier.
this is an F.
F tier.
Kelvin.
NCC
Oh, this thing is
514.
just a bad plan from the bowels of Starfleet.
Yep.
Yeah, that ship. Okay. Then we got the Kelvin, USS Kelvin, with the one nacelle on the top.
Okay, so
Who
does the one
earns?
nacelle make them just go around in circles?
Probably.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. They have the
Well, they're
same
all
registry.
blinking
They have the
for free
same registry
access.
number as the Kelsey May.
Oh, well then it's an F as
Oh,
well.
that's an easy D for
F
me.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, put in F.
It's an F.
Yeah,
It's an F
effort.
tier.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
All right,
terrible.
the Titan.
The Titan, the Luna class.
Yes. A at least.
I'm taking A for that.
100%, dude.
They
That's
did-
such a cool
they
I'd
did
ship.
go
better
S
than
on
the
it. I
Cerritos.
love the Titan.
I do too, man. A at least, but S I would be very happy with.
Yeah.
I'm good with A. I can
Yeah,
live with
it's
A on
it's
that
the
one.
better Titan. I like
It
when
is
they had that.
definitely
No,
better
Riker's
Titan.
Titan is
Easily.
amazing.
Riker's
Yes.
Titan's better than Shaw's Titan.
For
I
sure.
agree.
Yes,
100%.
I agree. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I would put it in the Voyager A class.
Yeah.
You mean
it needs to be
S
with
Voyager.
Voyager, which Voyager needs to be an A.
No.
No way.
How
You know
about
what? This is the
crazy?
problem that I have with this. You have 3 people who have already told you this. We've told you we would do a veto, and then Davin's like, "Nope, too fucking bad."
No,
That's
we
just
went
how
to
it
the
works.
wider populace and Murphy.
Murphy
doing it.
does not fucking count when you have 2 other people that say yes on top of the 3. Why does he get more vote?
I don't know. Guys,
One
what
guy
about
in the
doesn't-
chat says S, and it's all.
What
As a
about
tiebreaker, I can agree, but yeah.
the
The
Equinox,
Nova. The Nova.
the Nova
class?
class?
the
I
Nova class?
love the Nova class, dude.
It's a weird looking ship, but you know
I
what?
really like the
it's
Nova
got
class.
character.
It's
I
not
love
all
that
that
ship.
fast,
skip-
but it's a
You
good
skipped the New
science
Orleans
ship.
there, Dave.
Oh, did I skip? Oh, it's probably because it's at the bottom of.
Like
That is a beautiful
as an
ship.
update to the Oberth class, I think the Nova's fine.
I
But it's
love
not
Nova.
better than a D class ship. It's not really built to be better than that.
That's
I don't know
that's
where my-
Harry Kim's ship right there.
Where's
It's,
my New Orleans?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also Harry Kim's ship, the
Yes, it
Rhode
is.
Island.
Yeah, the Rhode Island.
Yeah,
I think it can.
it's,
I think it can stay at an A.
They're weak, but
like
it's
it.
not a
kinda like
great
them.
ship.
It's not
It's
a great ship. Like this
the
was
Novas
the Equinox,
are kind of like
guys.
their bottom of the barrel ship.
This
But
is
I
a ship
like the
that
Locupiter.
you don't want to get
Somewhere
stuck in the Delta
around,
Quadrant on this ship. I don't think
It's
it's
like
as
the
good as
first
Nova.
thing they give you in STO. They're like, "Here, take this Nova."
It's no stable.
It's like a Chevy Nova.
It's a
Yeah,
ship.
baby.
Have a
Great ship.
gremlin.
There's
I
also
think
there's also like a lot of people
think
that
it's a
love that
C tier.
ship. There's
It
a
might
lot of
be a
people
C
that
tier.
love it.
Okay, so there you go. Move Voyager over. He says my opinion does not count at all. There you go.
Ah,
That is a shame.
So goodbye.
brutal.
Murphy,
All right,
That
no,
is,
no.
You really
and that
do-
is how it
Murphy,
is.
fuck you
Murphy
here,
getting
Murphy.
demoted.
We're
Yeah,
staying
you're not
with
even allowed in
Voyager.
the chat anymore, Murphy.
You can't
too
win them
drunk to
all,
chat.
boys.
Voyager is
Come
not
on.
You
as
have to
good
be
as
fair.
the Krenim temporal weapon ship.
Yeah, this is garbage. This is garbage.
Oh yeah.
the
here we
longer
go.
we're here,
All
I
right.
think the Krenim ship shouldn't even be up there.
So where are we to here?
And apparently
Okay.
he's enjoying flying monkey.
We only have this many left. I'm trying to find that New Orleans ship, but it seems to-
All right,
Where
next
is it?
one. Next one.
It's not. It
This
doesn't
whole
appear in
list
this
is
list.
tainted. This whole list is
Oh, here we
tainted.
go.
I'm going to bed.
This is a cursed list.
the
now.
NX-01,
Oh,
the NX class.
This is an S.
It doesn't even matter anymore. No, it's not
Yeah.
an S. It's not better
S
than
tier.
that Voyager. Shut your mouth.
An S.
No, but for its
No,
time,
nothing can go
Davan.
in S
Norse
anymore.
time.
I'm
None
with
of these
Davin on
things
this.
are better
Oh
than
my
Voyager.
God, Davin, can you just relax?
I
No,
put,
he's
I,
right. He's 100% right.
I don't care.
I know.
You can't put that above it.
I would put the NX
know.
class.
I can
here
live
now.
with it at an A. I can live
No,
with
if
it at an
Voyager's an A, the
I
NX is
think-
like a D.
A. No.
To argue
I-
for
yeah.
its time, the
It
Are we
should be
really going to
below.
say that the NX class is different than the Akira class?
Yes.
But the NX itself was beaten
it's a-
up by any number.
also
of
a
other ships.
pioneer,
Part of
and
the
there's some
point of
heritage
Enterprise
there
is
as
their
well.
learning curve.
Yeah.
Look,
If heritage
going
in
to
there-
Start with a
Voyager
great
should be S tier. The NX-01 has a
Voyager should be
grappler.
S tier.
That's
There
true.
you go.
It does have
Yeah,
a
Grapplers
grapple.
are cool, okay?
Grapplers are cool.
Grapplers.
Grappler is cool.
I'm
Voyager
good with
should be
A.
S, and then
tier.
NX should be A.
No.
Where
Voyager is where it's at, boys. That's where it is. Just
Mm.
move on.
Shit, then I vote F for the NX-01.
You can vote all you want.
I vote NX-01.
Where am I
vote
putting this?
S to cancel Davin's
All
vote.
right. What did Puxley say?
I say it's a B because it's a really great entry ship, but the point of the ship is that it's got so much. They don't even start with functional weapons, right?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah,
point is
but
that
Pretty
it's
bad.
line.
the
We're also
Enterprise
look-
B
well,
didn't either.
develop.
It's also the Columbia. It's also the whole class, right? So it's
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
whole class.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
it's a platform
I
for
can live
development.
with the B based on what Puxley said. I can live with the B.
all right. What's the next one?
My will is done.
The
Did you
Oberth
find that
class.
New Orleans.
Oh God, this is a
Oh, the New
horrendous
Orleans class.
nastiness.
This is an easy A.
I can't find
No
my image
way.
for the New Orleans. Hold.
The New Orleans class is the USS Kyushu. It's one of the most gorgeous ships Starfleet ever produced.
Just trying to see if I can add it here.
What?
You only ever see it.
Oh, here it is.
in-
I got it.
There it is. But look
Oh.
at these. Look at these mission specific pods on the top, and there's one on the bottom
I can
of
add
the
the,
engineering section.
The
This thing
image.
is a multi-role early age. Clearly, I've taken the props for this. I'm just going to say that right now. Multi-role early age props with the mission-specific pods made out of markers when they made the damn ship. This thing is about
Why is the image
two or
backwards?
Because I flipped it to
two-fifths,
go to the right.
you know, sort of 4/10 the size of a Galaxy class ship, but it's built to be a defender, an explorer, a multi-role, high-speed interceptor, and to be able to fill any gap that Starfleet has. It's my favorite
looks-
Starfleet ship
it's-
ever.
It
it's
sounds
a
like
great-
a lesser Voyager to me.
It looks beautiful, so I would definitely put it either same
a-
levels Voyager or above.
It's a small D
Oh,
with
the
highlights.
worst.
Bro, what is wrong? Did you guys watch
mind you,
Voyager?
we have to
Yeah,
argue
that
it's
show.
prior to Voyager,
They
right? Like,
They
didn't
definitely
watch it.
haven't.
No way.
I
they
have,
haven't.
Voyager, man.
it's commissioned
I
in
have.
2330
Go back and watch
or something.
Voyager.
So it's like 60 years.
I don't need to see
before-
Harry Kim die
We
again.
gotta get
So,
this done.
what tier would
You
you
know what
put?
Voyager survived? The Year of Hell by this great S-tiered Krenim time ship. Voyager fucking survived
Oh,
it.
he's
Did it?
got you there. That's a strong argument, dude.
Ooh.
They defeated
Checkmate.
that super strong
Checkmate.
S-tier
No,
ship.
no. You can't move it.
Checkmate.
We already have a vote on it.
No. New information was
I got
entered.
Voyager. Is
There
the
is no
one
new
we're gonna-
information.
we're
Bring
gonna
down
go
the
to-
other one then.
That's true. How do you put the Krenim above the Voyager? That
Bring the
It
credit
makes
down.
no sense.
It's an
Voyager
ugly ship
beat it.
anyway.
Hot take.
Okay. All right.
So, did we just move the Krenim to A?
It's got to
That's
come
fine.
down.
That's
If
fine.
we're saying
Voyager
Voyager,
defeated it.
yeah.
Yep.
Voyager with the help of the coalition.
It doesn't matter if Voyager defeated it.
It was like 2 Talaxian ships.
It's
Oh my
only
God,
up at the
move
top
on.
because of its strength. If it gets beat by Voyager, there's no way it should be below.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
Well,
But
you know, I
Voyager
can't
survives
argue that, I
everything.
suppose.
Unfortunately,
Voyager
you
survived
have
that
4
entire
votes
year.
against 3. So can
Okay,
you
where
just
are we putting
say
the
it?
New Orleans
New
class?
Orleans should be at a B or an A.
What's
I
that?
would put it A.
The New Orleans?
I just learned about this ship right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's so
to me,
amazing.
it just looks like a smaller version of the D with highlighters attached to it.
It is a
But
smaller version of the
it
D
is a
with
smaller
highlighters
version,
attached.
but that's
Less
where it's
crew,
versatility.
same
Oh,
power,
okay.
The
same
versatility that was explained.
It is
It's
a
a
handsome
B.
ship.
It's a B.
It's a
I'm going
handsome ship.
to. I'm not going to vote on this one because honestly, I have no recollection of this ship at all. So
We only
Kinda
see like
you
a
have no
record in
recollection of
359.
Voyager.
So
We see it for about 3.5 seconds in the whole series. That's really
Oh,
the
okay.
point.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
my
I don't.
very
I don't
favorite
remember it.
I
and
think
don't
it's a-
know
show. And
enough
I've written
about
part of a novel about it.
it's kind of a cool design. I don't mind it. So it's
Novels aren't canon.
No, it's true.
head
That's
Oh my
true.
god.
I don't care. I don't care. I
Allowed
just
on
like
the
saying that
eventual
because
Voyager
Dave says
review
that.
series, it loses
Say
all credibility.
Say A. I say A.
You say A for the Kyushu, the New Orleans class?
Yep.
It's so
You
good.
cannot put that in the same tier as Voyager, you
I
crazy
know,
people.
it's insane.
If you want to
No, I
lower
would-
Voyager,
I
I
would
can understand that.
Guys,
This is-
okay.
What do we?
This is getting
Yeah.
unraveled because
He
of
is
this
fine.
one
We have to
He
move
is
on.
fine. Voyager.
We're getting so hung
He
up
is
here.
fine for me.
Guys, the Odyssey class from Star
Oh,
Trek Online, the Enterprise F,
Did
Maeric.
we do the Oberth?
I
Did we do
adore
the,
this
we haven't
ship.
done the Oberth, but
Oh.
we'll
Will
do
this
that.
appear in
All
any
right.
TV series or movie?
And
Yeah.
you
it
can
was in Star Trek
canon.
Picard.
This is
Oh,
what
okay.
is so
Okay.
cool about this ship. This is what's so cool about this ship. Not only
Oh,
for
this
those
is-
of us
yeah.
who do love STO, this was the furthest iteration of the Enterprise for a very long time for us, for like literally 10 years. And so we knew the
Wow.
captain of the ship. We got to see
Dr.
it in all these
Sean.
missions. It was such this awesome thing. Yes.
O'Brien,
And-
Chief O'Brien's on the Kiriyoshi O'Brien. serves on
Kiriyoshi,
that
yes. So it has all these connections to us that we really liked, and then it became one of the most iconic things that ever happened in the franchise for us because they made it canon by taking the newest iteration of the Enterprise from STO and putting it in an actual show. The fans of STO went nuts. I think the ship is gorgeous. For me,
Yep.
it's a
It can
solid
do
A.
saucer separation. It's a capital ship. It's very powerful. It's got the
So versatile.
yeah. It's
Oh, it's got the worker bee things. Remember the
worker bee things.
yeah.
I love the
Oh,
split
okay, I
neck
know this one.
design.
Yeah.
I
I
think
do
it's
too.
I think it's an A tier.
Could it survive the Delta
Agreed.
Quadrant?
Yes.
It's not you.
Maybe.
You can't put it with Voyager. You can't put it with Voyager.
No, Davan, I'm with you. This is all wrong just because Voyager is too low. It
Yes, I
belongs to
know.
be an
No,
A,
no,
but
no.
Voyager should
Stop
be an S.
moving Voyager.
I feel like we need like a
I
tier
don't
in
care.
here between S and A.
You can do that next time.
Like
Wait.
we get a lot of A's for Voyager, but no
AS.
reason that stood up on why it's not an S tier. Somebody said
Agreed.
bioneural gel packs, and I said that's friggin' only messed up once compared
Looks
to a
like a
Davan,
million
shovel
move
others.
on.
too.
Move on, Davin.
Jeez. Okay, you want to do the
The crowd
Oberth?
has spoken.
Or are we okay with
Okay,
okay
Oberth.
with the Odyssey class being an A, or do you want to move it down?
Yep, it's fine.
Yes.
But I
it
will
belongs
say
to
for
be an A.
Davin's
What?
for
No.
Davin's sanity, I think I think Voyager should be the first one on the A list.
It should be the second to last one in the.
No.
Well, no, I'd put it above a bunch of those in S tier.
Me too.
personally.
Me too. It's like
Bad.
it's better than all of them, pretty much, except for the Dare decks.
No,
But
no.
I still
Let's-
like the Defiant more.
This is a
personally, but,
democracy, gentlemen. Move on.
Like
So how about the Oberth class, guys?
The
How
Oberth?
about that Oberth class?
a C at best.
it is a D.
Easily
Nah,
a C
it's
or
a D.
It's a D. It's a
It's
it's
a terrible,
I'm happy with it at a
terrible
D.
a
ship.
terrible
we
ship.
could-
What is that? Like 10 people?
Like
Um,
it absolutely has the Cerritos problem.
Yes.
This
In
this
Yeah.
USS
right?
Pegasus was also in her birth class, by the way.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it was.
it has the clearly the Cerritos is not the first time Starfleet has entertained this design possibility.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it wasn't good then, and it wasn't
It
good
wasn't.
later.
All right.
And the only thing
Yeah,
they made the
exactly.
Pegasus stand out was something that the ship wasn't designed with.
How many we
That's
got?
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Guys,
Mhm.
we're
Hey,
getting there.
Jaemeel, what's your favorite discovery? The refit or the other one?
Oh, Lord.
You're not moving it anymore. We already.
Yeah,
have
we are. We're
43.
making a deal. Me and Jaemeel are making
No,
a deal.
there's no
Okay.
deal.
You shut your mouth. You shut your
Jaemeel,
mouth. You got nothing to do with
I'm-
this.
You
I'm
stand
willing
by
to
and be a
deal.
man.
No, oh no, man.
Jameel's
I'm not a
willing to
man.
deal.
We'll do the refit. Bring Voyager up to S. Let's do
Yep.
it.
Let's do it.
A deal has been struck.
Yep.
And it
Fucking
makes
Ferengi,
perfect
rule
sense.
of acquisition number, whatever the fuck, pick one.
The
Whatever.
farther we go in
Don't
this
give it
list, the
back.
more that it does not belong in F. Look at some
Oh
of these
my
other ships
God,
that are down
shut
there.
Up,
I
you
actually
bunch
with
of
you.
whiners and
Thank you.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, there are
God
some
damn.
stinkers down
Can we
there.
go to
It's a
the
big
can we go to the
shakeup.
Olympic class next? The Olympic class.
The refit's better because they
Oh
changed
my
that.
God, that
months
thing is
ago.
Oh, that's a great ship. Easily
That's
a
Beverly
C-tier
Crusher's ship.
Nice medical
Oh,
ship.
I love it. I love it.
I
I
really like
it.
it.
Give me one reason why this is better than a D.
I thought, well,
Any of
for
you.
one, it,
Because the Eye of
It's-
Sauron
okay.
sees
And
all.
it-
It's different. It's a
Because-
medical ship, so it's got a different.
and it's unintimidating. It looks
Yeah.
like a medical ship.
It's got
It
more
is a
It's not
medical ship.
intimidating. It's friendly. It has that classic kind of like
Softer
the sphere or
tone,
the
softer
saucer.
edges. Yeah.
like that retro
Yeah, it's like
kind
the
of
George
feel.
Costanza of Starships.
You just
Because of
proved
its
my
softer
point.
edges.
Yeah.
It
Well,
is so boring and so 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes,
This is
that's
not
what I like
anywhere
about
where
it.
it
It's
needs
like
to
retro
be.
sci-fi. It's like
Yeah.
retro sci-fi
it,
look.
it looks.
Yeah.
It was
It very much is.
outdated the minute
As
it
was the
left the
original
shipyard. It looks so terrible. It is just a garbage ship. It is a
I think
D
it-
at best.
garbage.
Yeah.
No,
accomplishes
I
exactly
disagree.
what it
I
needs
think
to.
I think it's cool that it represents something we don't see very often, which is a Federation medical specific ship.
Yeah.
It
It's a
got to be Crusher's actual ship, like the impact it had in the one of the greatest TNG
That's
episodes
good.
ever. All of that brings it above just its looks,
I think
in my
a
opinion.
Klingon
I
would
like
feel
this
have
spherical
second
section.
guesses about firing upon such a ship.
I think they
Because
would
it's like,
look
I
at
know what
that
I
and
know
go,
that
"What are they
There's no
trying to be
honor
a
in
board?"
destroying this medical ship. So
I
I think
really
it
do
serves
They
its
look at
purpose.
that and go, "All I have to shoot is behind the ball, and that's it, and it's done."
It doesn't
Look,
belong.
You
like,
shoot
know,
that
like,
little
there
fucking
as-
neck on it, and it's
you know, a
done.
spear could give us a lot of area for crew.
Well, Jody, what the funny thing is
Yeah.
in Star Trek Online, I put you on that class of ship. So
I know you did.
I love that. That's awesome.
Garbage, ugly
I'm
shit.
about
Yeah,
to
we
make
see
a
where the
Jody
boat
character in
comes
SEO and put it on my Voyager. So
That's fine. I think Voyager's a great ship. I just
So
don't think
A?
it belongs with everything else that's in the S tier.
I think this is a B tier,
Nope.
the Olympics.
Sorry, Jody, the deal has been made.
Yeah, well, you're a jackass,
B.
and I don't like you anymore.
I think it's a B tier.
Hey.
That's
Like,
fair.
What were you thinking, Puxley?
I don't believe that.
I think it's a C.
I think it's a
Oh,
best.
C.
you think it's a C?
It's a
Anyone
else? I agree
nice
with you.
ship.
Are we green or?
Well, I like
It
the
doesn't
A. So
smell,
I think it's
not
a C.
powerful.
I will
it's
contest
aesthetically
in B to a C. That's fine.
I
Okay.
think C. I think C
I
is
can
fair.
take a C.
I don't
Okay.
like it. But
It's up there with the design of the Delta Flyer.
It's really like
Oh,
it's
come
not
on.
No way.
supposed to be anything
So much
special,
worse.
but it does its job great.
That
All right.
ship
Yeah,
is
Parliament
basically
class.
what would happen if you had Volkswagen make a fucking spaceship. That's
Yes!
exactly what that would be.
Yeah.
I
I'm not
It is
arguing
so
with that.
fucking god ugly.
Guys, can we talk about the Parliament class for us, all the Canadians here, which is everyone but Maeric?
Oh,
Well, I'll tell
that's-
you, my son, they have a time over on the USS Newfoundland there by the new SS St. John's.
Yeah, we
What'd
got
you
the
say?
Parliament class,
Is that
like
English?
the USS Vancouver, the USS
What a
SC in the lower
clear
decks.
software.
That was Newfoundlandese, Merrick.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
good for
Yeah, I
you,
don't
sir.
speak that.
So I think we would say
Yeah,
that
nobody
the,
does,
the Parliament
including
class is better than the California class, right?
Yes.
It is better.
Automatically.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So
Yeah,
it's at least a C. It's at
I
least a
can
C
I can
tier.
point out at least
agree.
one structural issue it does not have.
Yes.
I like them, actually. They're quite nice.
The Parliament
Yeah.
class, yeah, it's nice. It's elegant.
It's
Uh,
fine.
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
looks
C is where it
powerful.
belongs, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
I agree.
C.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine.
Then we got the what's this one called?
Prometheus class.
Prometheus class.
I like the Prometheus.
I also
little
love the
dark.
It
Prometheus.
has the
Too
Yeah.
four
pointy.
nacelle trick, but at least
Too
it's
Two
Voyager-
pointy
it
coming
has
from
the
the guy that
Voyager
thinks Voyager
shovel.
is the best ship.
Oh, it is dramatically pointier than
Yes,
Voyager.
exactly.
Well, it is.
Oh,
The
Globus
double
Arrowhead.
principle is
But
technically
it, like
expensive.
Voyager, belongs on a playing card. Like it's
No, it is actually a pretty cool ship. I
like,
think
call
that
a
it's
spade when it's a fucking spade, guys. Like,
Wow.
only because it literally is a spade.
Yeah.
It is literally a spade.
The real trouble is its EMH.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy Dick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a
Oh,
shock.
D
Yeah.
tier. D tier.
D
It
tier.
needs to be D tier then.
Yeah.
Dick.
That
It
Gavin,
suffers,
that's a
it
knock.
suffers,
The D
Yeah,
tier
Dick
is now the
alone.
death
A
and,
for
the
Andy.
Yeah.
death and dick tier. Yeah.
Okay, guys,
It
we made it to
suffers
we
from
made
the
it to
same-
the Protostar.
The Protostar.
Oh, S tier.
It's tiny,
S tier.
but man, it's
Okay,
it's-
explain to
no,
me
oh,
how that's
man.
much different than the one we just did.
No, it can't be S tier.
There's no
I
way
love that
fucking
ship so
close
much.
to an S tier.
It's cool.
I
but
love it
it's-
too.
Maybe B.
But
Nah,
it's like it has to be
A.
there
A
with
tier.
the Dauntless, doesn't it? Like, no, it looks.
No, it's so
prettier
much cooler than the
It's,
Dauntless.
it's
Yeah.
cooler than the Dauntless. It's,
No,
it's
it
a-
Yeah.
It's cooler looking and is faster. It's definitely the cooler.
I think that
And,
belongs in a
and,
B
and
tier.
honestly, the sort of the replication capacity it has.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
That often brought up,
Drive
actually.
the vehicle.
Yeah,
is-
it's-
It can make
is
shuttle
literally a
fabrication.
step
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
from
A or
anything.
B?
A.
I put it at minimum A.
Yeah,
I'll leave it
I
at
agree.
A. I'm fine with it.
A.
Like-
That's fine, me.
Photo technology, right? It's not proven. It's still
Awesome little ship.
that's the excitement of it.
I love that ship. I just got it in STO, and it's the fastest thing in the game.
Yeah, I bet. Even
Is
even
the
in
Dauntless
impulse,
in
it's
the
fast?
game?
Yeah, the Dauntless is in the game. In fact, they just added the new Dauntless in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
they
what I
they
mean.
had
The
the
new
old
Dauntless.
Dauntless.
It is.
The new Dauntless should be at least as fast as the Protostar. They both have slipstream. And
Sure.
it's bigger.
No, there's Proto
and
Warp
newer.
for the Protostar.
Proto warp, yeah.
It's
Oh,
even
right.
faster.
They can even yeah,
Ooh.
that's true.
Right.
So I feel like the Protostar is an A. I put it like I with all the debate we went back on Voyager. I can't say it's up there with Voyager, but
No.
Well, it
But-
should be with Voyager. But,
the Saber class.
Just
Yeah,
in history.
in S tier.
but Jaemeel had to sell out because that's what Jaemeel did.
he made a
That's
deal.
both are like-
I bought in.
Yeah,
I
he's like a
bought in.
You
different.
didn't buy in, you
yes.
sold out.
The Saber class, guys. This little tiny thing.
bee.
That's the first ship you get as attack officer in STO.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that friggin' photon lance thing, that phaser lance is awesome.
It is.
I called mine the blueberry.
You know what? I would say
Did
B
you?
on this one.
Nice.
Yours is blueberry.
I would say B.
I'd say C.
C.
It's
I'd say C.
I have no problem with C.
Maybe
I have
even
no-
D. Like
No,
I've never
It's
been a fan of
the
the
same problem
Yeah.
as the Akira and Nova, right? Like,
I can
Wait.
live with the C though. I don't think it's
Okay.
a
But
D,
if-
they're
though.
unit.
But
It's
do you
not a-
really
yeah.
think that it's cooler than the Prometheus or the Discovery? Like, I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
sure that I
Or
think
the
that
Borg
I
that's-
like it
Sphere.
better than the Prometheus.
Wait, are you thinking about moving Discovery up more?
Not where I was
No.
headed with that.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna click end stream if that happens.
I think you should move it down
to me,
G.
I think the Saber belongs down here in D.
I agree.
It's on the table now.
I don't
That's
care
right.
enough about it to fight you on that, so I can live with that D.
It has no utility. It's just a one single note.
Yeah.
It's just a
One
little
thing.
attack ship.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
very
yeah,
basic, so.
Then we all know that. Okay,
All right.
next one.
Then we got the Sagan
Sagan
class,
class.
which is like the new
new-
um
That's
New
Stargazer.
what's his name?
Constellation.
Stargazer.
Rios's.
I don't
Rios's
like it.
Stargazer. We only see
Oh,
it a bit.
really?
I actually like the design of this one better than the
That's
normal.
gorgeous.
My
Stargazer.
picture doesn't quite do the justice to how good it looked on the show.
Yeah,
but-
it looks way cooler from the front.
I'm one of those guys that hates four nacelles. I hate four nacelles.
The four nacelle thing does bother me though.
I just don't like it. The only ship that I think looks okay with it is the Prometheus itself, and it's because they're so close together.
right.
Well, and there's a really great reason for it to have those four nacelles, right? Like they're going to split off from each other.
Oh yes,
which
you mean
I-
with the
Oh.
Prometheus? Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, in the
Absolutely.
Prometheus's case, there's
makes
actual functional reason for it because then
Mhm.
they can all have warp drive, or the different sections
Yep.
can have warp drive.
It's
Right.
very slick in that regard. But
Right.
so yeah, I mean the Prometheus
So
is
functionally worse. So
Rios's Stargazer. Where do we want to put it?
Well, I'm going to argue is B tier for the Picard Stargazer.
I
Interesting.
can take B here. I think
Really?
B
For
tier.
that?
It's a beautiful bridge as well. Like it's a lovely
Yeah.
ship.
All right.
Oh,
I do like the bridge.
crazy.
I really like the saucer on that one too.
We made it to the Sovereign class, guys.
This is going to be controversial, maybe.
Yeah, it probably is.
Oh,
I love it.
jeez.
come on! The way that came
You
in
do?
first contact, that's
All right,
got to be
go to
A tier
Maeric.
at least.
Go to Maeric on this one.
I hate this ship.
It's funny that you
Maeric
guys said
loves it,
it. I
apparently.
I find that this is probably most of like casual Star Trek fans' favorite Enterprise. It gets voted the highest because it's the sleekest, the most streamlined,
Wow,
the coolest
really?
technology. Yeah.
I thought it was
It's-
everyone's least favorite.
It's only the grumpy old Star Trek veterans that
That's
feel
me.
the way. Yeah, no, but this is very commonly the one thought of as the coolest. It definitely is the sleekest form of Enterprise, and I can't
talking
argue
to
with that in terms of
12-year-olds.
you.
What are you getting at?
I just
No, it's a gorgeous Enterprise.
It is a gorgeous ship.
I don't
all
like
the
the hull
people I
also-
design.
grew up with.
Also, the creator of
Even
the
I
just
don't
Riker
like the red
casually-
stripes. The red stripes are weird.
It's so sleek, man.
It's too
And
muscular looking.
So, Maeric, where are you putting it?
The work it does on that board.
I,
shit,
we
man.
put
I,
it Maeric.
I don't even know where to put things anymore because of the other things that are in each category. Like I don't know where. I don't know. Where it's so hard now.
Is it as good as Voyager?
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
I'd put it probably A for me.
See, that was
Is it
pretty
as
good.
good as the
Because
Protostar?
the weapon
Contact,
systems
that
on the
shows it
E.
an A at least. Yeah.
For me,
Worf
I
made
like the
that pretty
Protostar more
clear.
than the E, but they're in the same tier here. So
Do you like the Protostar? Do you like the E more than the Enterprise C?
yes, yeah.
So
100%.
there you go.
I like the F better than it though.
The
I'd
F,
take
we,
the C
we,
over
we,
the
we put
E
the F up in A
myself.
tier. So actually,
Yeah, the Odyssey I think is better.
So we got two Enterprises here. E.
I
and
think
F.
I would like it more if it wasn't the new Enterprise.
If it was just some other.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would have
Yeah.
liked it more, but
I
it's.
agree.
Like, say,
But I think
was a
as a
sovereign.
I think the Sovereign class is sleek. I agree with Maeric there.
Do you know what they did to make that sleek? They did like the tennis shoe treatment on it. They put like those black panels on it to make that look so sleek and cool. And it really had that effect. That
It
impact
actually
when you
kind
first
of
saw
looks
that
a little
thing.
bit more
Sure,
menacing too, which I like as well.
Yeah.
Well, whatever my
I could live
vote's
with
worth
that.
here, I vote to bring this down as far as possible.
No, jeez.
So
So
if I
where's the
can
winner
drag
then?
this ship to hell,
Tell you
like
what,
down to
Dave,
F, I
I'll
will.
make you a deal.
Okay.
You move Voyager down, you can put
No,
it anywhere you fucking want.
No, I don't hate it more than I love Voyager.
Yeah, it's funny how that doesn't work both ways, eh?
No, the
this
deal
is
was just
political
rejected. That's the
chaos.
difference.
that's the
Rejected.
difference.
He has a
One
firm
of us,
hatred for this
Jody,
ship,
has
I know
studied
you.
the rules, and one of us has not.
I don't care.
But do you actually have the rules?
Yeah, I have a copy of the rules. You
That's
don't?
awesome.
Some of us touch grass sometimes too.
All right, what's next, Dave?
Okay, next is the Steam Runner class, I believe. Right? Yeah.
All right, Jaemeel, go for it.
Remember rule of
I-
acquisition number 40. She can touch
I
your
gotta see the
lobes, but never your
actual-
latinum.
You want to see what it looks like?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Which one is this?
The
I
Steam
can
Runner
barely see
class.
Steam Runner.
It's
Steam
not even
Runner.
showing up on my screen.
I can't
Steam
see it.
Runner we already did, right? It's
Oh,
just
I
the
have it down here
Akira.
in C tier at the moment. But here,
Jeez.
I'll put. Oh,
That
okay.
thing right
Is it that
there.
ugly flat thing?
This is the Steam.
Oh
Runner.
dear
Oh,
God.
good
Lord.
God.
It's
yeah,
meant to
this,
fire from far away.
Okay, can we just
yeah,
put
it can
this in?
stay far away from me.
Can we just put this in
Yeah.
F and move on? Like,
Yeah,
do we
this
have
is-
to even talk about this one?
This is F. This
Nope.
is F.
This
Is it F tier?
terrible.
Yeah.
You guys,
It's
so
up
much hate
there
on the
with
poor
the
little Steam Runner?
non-refit Discovery for sure.
All right,
All
here's
right.
one.
I
The
think D.
Texas.
The Texas class.
F.
The
I
Texas,
mean,
the
I'll take
Texas
an F,
is
but it's cooler than
basically
California.
a decent design with the problem of it basically somebody designing it like it has underglow.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
it's
like
it's literally like the Latino party
Oh my
version
God, yeah.
of
It's awful.
of a thing. And no offense to any Latinos, by the way.
Look at
It's
those
not even.
stupid
It's
nacelles.
barely a ship. It's
It's
not. It's
dumb.
Just, it's a
More of a
robot.
drone.
It's a
Well, I
party
mean, and
bus.
it's supposed to be that, right? I mean, that was the whole idea of it. But in space next to the California class, I still think that looks cooler.
No, I disagree. I'm F tier on that one for
It
sure.
really is very.
I am too, but I'll
minimalist.
put the California in F too.
Not me.
I don't
They
mind if you
could
want to put
easily
the-
go
the
down there.
honestly,
F tier.
I don't mind if you want to put the California in F tier.
Leave the California alone. You've done enough to just besmirch it.
Oh.
Let's talk about the Walker class, the USS Shenzhou.
Oh,
in
yeah.
I
Discovery.
remember I liked it better than
Oh,
Discovery.
D's
As
fine.
far as
It's
those
it's
go.
Yeah,
it's
the Shenzhou-
barely
the
better,
Shenzhou's
but
cooler.
D I think is where it belongs. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree with D.
It's
Yeah.
okay. I like
C.
how the
I'd
bridge
put
is
it
on the
C.
bottom.
The bridge on the bottom is definitely tactically a better idea.
Yeah, like so.
But
Yeah,
technically, there is no bottom in space, so
True.
it doesn't really matter.
There's
So
no
you-
bottoms in space, is what you said?
Well, there's no bottom on a ship.
I don't think we're gonna put the Walker
You
class.
totally
though,
missed
either.
what I said,
These
but
other
Jody,
ones.
but that's
I
okay.
noticed.
I was gonna
Anyway,
say,
I don't
Jaemeel,
think
I'm just
so
trying to
either.
keep it
agreement
PG.
is.
Okay.
Okay. This was a late minute addition, but we have the time ship relativity.
Relativity.
The Wells
Oh,
class.
really?
I love
I'll
that
bring it.
ship. Love it so much.
is
It's
seen,
gorgeous.
It's my favorite looking ship of any ship in Star Trek, probably.
It's very elegant and beautiful.
Such a departure from normal Star.
I would just say
It
C
is
at best.
100%
It's from like
true.
the 28th century or something, right? Or
Yeah,
is.
it's
29th
ransom
29th
for
century.
not
C at
ransom,
best.
but-
It looks like an iMac version of a Starship. Like
It's so cool,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm not a
100%
fan.
awesome. I also like the interior of the ship, and what it does is maybe the coolest thing. That's a show I want. I want a show about the time ship relativity hopping around through Starfleet or Star Trek,
time
fixing
and the
things.
temporal wars.
Yeah,
With,
dude, so cool. Plus
with
the
the
cool
Archer as
uniform.
so much,
With
right?
Archer as the captain trying to find his way
I
home.
would take that. Oh, I would take that.
Ooh.
I
Right.
also think
Quantum
that's the
leaping?
coolest uniform, dude. The uniform for the
The uniform's okay. You were wearing that uniform I found you that day in the game.
yes, that's what I
right,
wear in
so,
game.
I agree with Puxley that it doesn't feel like it's part of the Starfleet family or
doesn't.
like the
No.
lineage
It
of
will be.
ships.
Where's the
It's
lineage?
600 years removed. I mean, that's
It
like
will
the whole
be.
thing.
It feels
Exactly.
removed.
If anything, it looks like the Prometheus a little bit. But
Yeah, it
Um,
does.
The
That's
best
very
I can do
funny.
is a C with it, but
C.
it looks like a
D.
speedboat. Like,
I'll give it
C is where it
functionality
needs
as a time ship, but
Okay.
looks wise,
Okay.
it's an F.
I have it.
Ooh,
I love
okay,
it.
we'll leave it at C then. If
There's no
if
Krenim time ship.
A tier. A tier. For
It's no Krenim time ship.
no A tier.
Oh, way A tier. So
Oh, good.
cool.
We're getting into the bug and
okay,
and
we got the Tellarite,
All right.
the bug and fish looking ones. Yeah,
Or wait, I think I missed one.
you say
Uh,
that, and now it's in my head.
I
No,
know.
we didn't.
That's why I do it.
How many do we have left, by the way?
Not
Like 6 or
think
7,
literally
like
a
10.
row.
enough that we can finish. I think.
Okay, because I
yeah.
have to
All
go
right.
soon. It's late.
I
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It is
sorry.
getting
It's
there.
later where we're at.
I didn't
Don't
expect
worry,
to be
it's a
on
lot
this
later where
long.
we're at.
Okay, sorry. I'll keep moving. I feel like I missed one. Okay, well, let's do the Tellarite ship.
Tellarite.
I'll show you what it looks like, just
D.
in case you don't know.
It's another very Star Wars looking ship.
Yeah.
Actually, so that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
very
right.
Star
It is
Wars.
totally Star Wars.
It
yeah.
looks
Yeah.
kind of like a Cardassian ship. Almost
No,
on
it
the
looks
front.
like it's defending Naboo.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Cardassian and Mon Cal,
Where do you want to put this one,
D.
guys?
D.
D.
It does
D.
not
Yeah,
get the
I
higher
agree.
ground.
Yeah.
I put it in F. I don't even like it at all.
All right.
I have no problem with
I'm
that
fine
either.
with that.
I
fine.
could live with it in F.
Okay, we got the Tholian web ship, like this little
Ooh.
diamond.
I mean, one of them
Hey!
is very useful.
One of them
But when you
sucks,
throw a
but a
bunch of
bunch of
them
them is a
together-
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Easily
say
an A or an S.
A or B?
And
A
I
or
do
B?
like the look. They like
Oh.
I think asteroids.
B. I
Because
think B
these
is
things are
fair.
absolutely deadly, and there's no way.
wanna put
to
it in B?
defend
they are
them.
deadly. Yeah.
It has to be up there, but you need
Unless you're
enough.
James C.
I
Kirk.
think B is about as far as I would take it, though.
Yeah. B or C. I think it's one of the most
B.
unique ships.
It is a
what
very
it does is
specific
crazy.
strategy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair
And you're
enough.
always like, don't quit sitting there. Stop letting them make the web around you. Go, go.
Yeah, I never understood why they just kind of sat there. They're like, "Oh, look,
I know
it's
they would
drawing
just sit there
things."
like, oh my god, they're making a web
They're
around
watching
us.
it like it's an etch-a-sketch. It's like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
We got a few.
It's a-
We got
it's
a
a
few
role-playing
Vulcan
game.
ships here to guys to get through.
Oh,
Vidian
the
warship.
are all terrible. Just put them all in F.
Vidian
Okay.
warship.
Vidian
Starting with the
warship.
Vulcan Dakar.
Oh,
That's my
you
favorite
skipped
one.
the Vidians.
Awesome.
The Dakir is my
I
favorite.
don't have a
Vulcan.
Vidian.
Pretty,
ship.
but so stupid at the same
I thought
time.
Did
we
I
had the
forget that?
Vidian.
Did I miss that on the list? Sorry.
Oh well. All good.
Let's go to the Vulcans.
The Vulcans.
I like
I
that
love
ship.
it.
I've always
Gorgeous.
Love
loved
it.
that
I
ship.
love the
Yeah.
detachable
Gorgeous.
mace or warp rings.
One of the most gorgeous ships in Star
Love it.
Trek.
This is
I also
definitely a
like-
Star Wars ship, though.
They defined the
No,
color
it's-
scheme so Vulcan
it's very
too. Like I
Vulcan.
just think that
Yeah.
is awesome.
All right, where do you want
Yes.
to put it?
B for
Uh,
I can see your Star Wars.
A or S
point
for
about it,
me.
though.
I love it.
The reason why I say Star Wars is because Obi-Wan had that ship in Clones,
Well, don't
With
forget there's
your-
also,
but that came
Yeah.
out later. So
Hyperspace
I like it in
ring. Yes.
there's
I
also
gotcha.
the Sirach, which is kind of a
Yes.
similar looking ship.
it's just further
Mhm.
back, I think, isn't it? Oh no, it's forward.
Yeah, that's an uglier version of it.
Yeah.
It's just not. As
That's
Okay.
literally
It
a
looks like a
Starfleet
space
logo.
liner to me.
So where
It's
would you put
literally
that?
a Starfleet logo made into a ship.
C.
C. Yeah, I like C.
Yeah.
D for the
fine.
Sirach.
Although
and
it
I
Yeah.
what's
still
the-
like
just
them.
me
I
that
still
that's
like
saying
to
the-
have that
the Dakar
detachable
is-
ring.
That
is
thing's
up
a
there.
brilliant
an
warship.
A, and then
too.
what about the Cheval?
See, the
Mm,
Cheval
in
is an
between.
interesting
It's in
one.
between.
In
It's
between.
the
It's
other
in,
two.
I
So
put
B?
it in like a
So B.
I
then.
think the Cheval
Yep.
should be a B.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all agreed on that. One.
And then we have one more Vulcan ship,
The Vulcan jellyfish.
the Vulcan jellyfish.
Oh, that thing can fuck right off.
It's Spock's.
Is that
Spock's-
thing-
That's a D.
I think it's an F.
I don't think it's an
I
F.
put it C.
It's got
put
some
it
cool
in
functionality
D.
to it.
Put D.
D for
It
It's
can
the
got
hold red
interesting
matter.
design, but it's
Red-
kind of
Runs
like
on red
dorky.
matter. Yeah,
Okay,
Its chair turns around in a circle. Okay, that's so cool.
that's true. Yeah.
we've made it to
All right.
X, guys, and we're doing the
Zindi-
Zindi.
I like the aquatic ship quite a
The
bit.
aquatic ship is cool.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
really
a
cool.
ship filled
Huge,
with water. It's
full of
so
water.
cool. That's so awesome, dude. It's so unique.
I love
And
it.
if they ever want to stop and get some dolphins from Starfleet, bang,
Yep.
they're ready.
Right?
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Citation ops.
They do
Their
the
whole
away
ship is
missions.
station ops.
Yeah, no emission problems on that one.
Yeah.
My wife
where do
flew
we
that
want-
ship
where do we
in
wanna
FBO
put
for a
this
long
one?
time.
Oh wow! I give at least an A. I love that ship.
I think an A is where it's. needs
I'm
to be.
not happy with A.
Very
Yeah,
cool
it's a good
tech.
ship.
It's very
I think we'll
unique.
all agree.
Okay,
It's,
we're going
it's
A
got
for
a
this
cool
one?
design.
Easily the
It
coolest
makes
indie
sense.
ship.
And it's
the
very
coolest indie ship for
identifiable.
sure.
And there are other cool Zindi ships. The Zindi ships are actually cool.
Well,
The Zindi
let's
stuff
keep-
is actually pretty.
Let's
neat,
keep
yeah.
on that roll. So we
That's gotta be
put
the coolest one.
the Zindi Aquatics
Dagger
in A. Then we got. You want to go to Dagger ship next?
Yeah.
Dagger ship is probably the most boring out of all the
Yeah.
Zindi ones.
Like,
Kind of
F.
Star Warsy.
I love
It's
that-
fast.
I would-
It's
I
very
would
fast.
say-
Yeah.
It's fast, but I think past that, it's got nothing else going for it. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
C.
Not much.
D.
D,
Yeah.
D probably.
D.
D's fair.
Put in
D for
D.
Degra.
D.
D for
Dagger?
D for
Degra.
Dagras.
It's
No,
cool.
it's Death, Dicks, and Dagras all go
All
down
right,
there.
Zindi Insectoids.
I like the insectoid ship
That thing's
kind
awesome.
I think
I like
it was.
it better than the
I think if it
Shrike.
was rendered better, it would look better. But I still
Yeah.
think it's a cool design.
That's
Yeah,
a
like,
fair
we'll
point.
put it
That's
B.
a fair point. This picture's very low res, so it just
Where am I
doesn't look
putting
as
it?
good.
I would
Yeah, it looks a little better
B.
there.
B. B's fine.
C or B
C.
anyway.
I would say C.
See, they're kind of like they one shot and they blow up.
That's
yeah,
true.
they're not great.
Okay,
and
it
we-
looks like we'll
Yeah.
see. Looks like the sea
okay,
then.
we made it to we're down to the last few here, guys.
Primate
the-
cruiser.
The Zindi Primate Cruiser.
That thing's
Not a bad
awesome.
Weird.
It looks like a
Yeah.
Now that looks. Now
Starship.
that's your shovel. That is actually
Looks
a
like
cool
a
idea
speeder
for my
bike.
landscape.
Yeah, the speeder
It looks
bike
like the
from
front of a speeder
Return of the
bike,
Jedi. Yeah.
I feel like he
it
would fit
does.
on my wrist, and I would stab people with it. You know, like,
Oh yeah. But in
got
that
some,
sense, it's very
Assassin's
martial
Creed
looking,
vibes.
right? I like.
I would
it in
still
that
say it's a
respect.
B though. It's a menacing looking.
Oh,
ship.
I think that's too high. I don't think it's
C.
memorable enough. I think it's a C
No.
or D.
Yeah.
D.
I would have it
So
lower.
I'm happy with.
I
I
could
would be
live with a C.
crushed if it was put above the relativity. That would just make me very sad. The relativity is so
Okay,
low.
and we've made it to the reptilians. Who
I like
think
the
have
reptilian ship.
It's the
but
most distinct looking, I think.
Okay, bear
it
with
looks
me.
like
Bear
a
with me.
Cardassian ship.
Halo.
which I also like.
It's the Halo
Yeah.
sword. It's
It's
the
the
Halo.
Halo.
sword.
Yeah.
Either Halo or it's
Mm.
over.
What year did
Commander's
Halo come
Hat.
out?
2001.
2000,
Oh,
2001.
Yeah.
after that. Okay.
They could have easily
This is
ripped
our-
it off if that's what
This
you're
is our
asking.
second to last one.
We're second to last ship,
It's
guys.
Over
So,
Commander's Hat. Let's be honest.
so where do we want to put the Zindi reptilians?
I'm gonna say
C or
A. It's still pretty. It's a pretty.
A or B
I'm
for
A
me.
or B. I'm fine with.
I think it's up
B.
there with the aquatics one for sure.
B.
I
I
was
think
gonna
it's
say.
B.
I think the
C or
aquatic.
D
I think the
still.
aquatic ship is cooler.
It is
The
way
aquatic
cooler.
ship is
cooler.
cooler though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way
Okay, I
cooler.
can live with B.
Okay.
And our
Doesn't
final
look
ship,
like it's entirely
Our
attacked.
final ship, guys, the one that started it all, you could say.
S tier.
Zephyr's Phoenix Warp 1.
S tier.
Is
S
this-
tier. Has a
Oh,
great
Talk
God,
sound.
about
S tier.
penis in space.
S tier.
Jody
S tier.
hates penises in space.
Suddenly hearing
I don't hate them.
Steppenwolf.
He likes
in my
vaginas.
ear.
It has a great
I'm more of a
sound
vagina
system.
guy myself, but that's fine.
Where are we putting
Where's
this
the
one?
vagina ship?
S
the
tier.
jellyfish.
S
kind of.
tier.
S tier.
S tier.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I think it only go warp
Every
one.
super
Yeah,
Earth.
it's
Not
so
even a
impact.
for
it's
its
impact
time.
only. It's impact
For its
only.
time.
Doesn't
and it
need
sounds-
It's a
missiles,
missile with
doesn't need
nacelles, guys.
shields.
Like,
There's a missile.
let's
He
not get
stuck
too far
nacelles
ahead.
on.
Yeah, at least it's got two nacelles. I mean, that's a huge.
I think I
Step
think
up
it's
on nacelles.
important, but is it a good ship? No.
It
No,
has a
it's not
how
entirely
many,
a
how many
ship.
other systems have how many other ships have a sound system like that?
Yeah, see, I was
I'm
hearing
just saying.
Steppenwolf in my ear as soon as I saw that show.
All it has is
Honestly-
a 3-meter cockpit. Like there's nowhere to go in it.
Like a
That
C.
ship is exactly as
best.
good as it needs to be.
If you're going based on
Yeah.
relevance to the series and stuff, I would say it's really up there. But I still don't think it deserves to be an S.
But
Like,
otherwise,
if you're comparing
no,
that ship
right
to
next
Voyager,
to-
you're completely wrong.
no, it would sit right next to the solar sail ship for almost the exact
But
same
for-
reasons.
Oh,
Let me
Yeah,
give you an
exactly.
equivalent.
Yeah.
2063.
Down
No,
here,
I
come
think
on.
it's
The
an
droids have
equivalent.
been doing that for thousands of years. For 2063 for the humans,
Yeah.
that is their one shot to survive extinction.
Mm.
You know,
They don't know that. Zephyr Cochrane was
They
trying to
don't
make dollars.
I think
Yeah,
he's trying to
Zephyr
make naked
Cochrane
women.
was worried about that.
Bitches and
It-
hoes.
it
man.
was
It's
the-
like
the-
if
for-
we don't get her done, we are going to waste ourselves with nuclear weapons.
What do you?
Yeah,
what do you
I
think
don't
of
know
this
if
as
he
an
was
equivalent?
thinking
though?
that at the time.
Okay.
But it did end up
Puxley,
being.
I agree with you. However, I still don't think when you look at everything that's in the S tier, it belongs there. So I
how about
would
B?
I
How
would
about B?
negotiate and say it an A.
Oh, I was
Well, let me
thinking
make one
B.
more. I have one equivalent I can make to that ship. I think the Phoenix is basically the equivalent of the whatever you'd call it that Archer and AG were trying to break Warp 3 on. Like it's not even a ship. It's just the thing to get to the next thing, like to get to
Right,
the
it's like
real
it's a
ship.
test
It's just
pilot
a-
ship.
Except
It's
that it
literally
is
a
responsible
photon
for
torpedo.
first contact. It was
So it's like
responsible
the-
for first contact, though. So
Yeah.
like,
Its inclusion here as a starship is kind of
Yeah.
borderline, so
Yeah.
iffy.
although
So-
that's
See,
true of
that's
the other one,
my
too.
Norman makes my point beautifully. S tier for historical significance.
Sure.
there you go.
Same argument.
But if out of context,
This isn't
it's
about
a
historical.
terrible spaceship.
Yeah, it's
This
not
isn't totally
about.
It's an
about
absolutely
historical, though.
awful spaceship.
It's a
let's
factor,
be
but
honest.
it's like, I think just I don't want to fly.
I
around
can
in
live with it at
mixed-
B.
It's
I think B
impossible to
is
place
okay.
that ship.
Yeah.
B's fine.
All
I
right,
It's the
think
same
guys,
as the
B's
solar
alright.
sail ship. It's
We've done it.
impossible to place it.
we did it.
Okay. Fine
We
with B.
did it.
In two parts. Thanks,
See if I
Murphy.
can zoom out here.
Well done,
Thanks,
all.
You can see it all kind of really broken down there, guys.
It's a good list. I think we did it.
Yes.
That-
We did it.
There's a
Listen.
couple of heartbreakers in there, but overall.
It's not as
That's
At
the way
big
it's
as it
always
was.
provided
gotta
a
be.
definitive or arguable list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we only have like those 7 ships up in S tier, which is like the Romulan D'Deridex Warbird, the Ferengi Marauder, the Klingon Bird of Prey, the Defiant class, the Galaxy class, the Excelsior class, and the Intrepid class.
I think we
So-
nailed it just for the S tier, though I'd put the Vorcha up there. But other than that, I think
I
we
do
nailed
like
it.
that there's one representative classic iconic ship of each of like those first few big species that we kind of come across in Star Trek.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
down there in the bottom, you got like in the F tier, you got the Crossfield class original, not refit.
The copper, the old copper class.
Yeah, you got the Borg scout ship. You got this Herodian turd.
Unboxed, yeah.
La Serena.
La Serena.
That Kazon ship. The
The
Packlet
Nistrum Raiders,
crap ship,
yeah.
the Enterprise
Everything
J,
F deserves to be an F.
the
I think.
Kelvin.
I agree.
That Kelsey
Yeah.
May abomination of a ship. Whatever
Yeah,
it
My
was.
God, the
fucking weird
Steam Runner.
thing.
Ugh.
The Steamer, the Texas, and the Tellarites.
I'm just
Yeah.
glad you guys let us put the J down there. I thought that there might be some J fans in here.
No,
No, there's
no.
no J
I'm
fans.
with you.
I thought you were
No.
going to
No,
tell
that's
us
not
everyone
this
on
time.
Discord likes the J.
No, I think
Really?
they're crazy.
All right, well, we've done it.
All right.
We've done it.
Well, thanks everybody.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having
me.
Thanks. I know it was a long one, guys. It was 2 hours, and then what? We were out for an hour before, right? Or
Yeah, I
something?
think 3 hours
something like
total.
that.
yeah.
We've been at
3
this
hours,
for a long
yeah.
time.
I thought we would
Yeah.
have to come back for part 2, so I'm glad. Thanks, Maeric, and
Yeah.
Jody and everybody for.
It was
taking
fun.
part.
Indeed. Thanks
Yeah.
everybody for
We're gonna
hanging out.
we'll skip the rundown for tonight. How about that? Except
Yeah.
for Maeric, check out his thing over at the night ship.
Thanks,
There you
guys.
go.
Yeah.
No worries.
Excellent.
You know where you can find the rest of us. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
And before
Yeah.
Jody and Maeric, I just want to talk to you guys for 2 seconds after the show. So
Sure.
Sure.
Ooh,
Sure.
someone's in
We're
trouble.
in
Well,
trouble.
for now,
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Someone's
All
We
in
have to
can
trouble.
talk to
say
the
is-
principal.
thanks for being here and
Live
transmission.
long and podcast.
No, it's in transmission.
Yeah, jeez.